Are we live? It's always hard to tell. All right, 2025 Sakura Cup.
Hey.
Brought to you in Minecraft, apparently.
Yeah.
I think that's a brain on commentary.
That's not looking much better.
Taking like some video and stuff. So we have like this camera that can face this, but if you don't want to turn the
It's like Matt Jim's a brain on commentary. Alright, when do the matches start? Soon. Okay. Should be some faces we recognize here.
Yeah, I'm looking. Temple seems like he's here. I know he
ceremony.
was at Roller Town.
Tozu is essentially a little ritual that you do, but invite the gods is to show that
no weapons.
Saul is
No
here.
Lightweight?
the sumo way to fight. Wait, who did he say?
Alright, hell yeah.
Lucas, and I think the last name was.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Buffalo Man's here. It says Brandon Rudzinski's there.
Well, I can't tell, so. It's open.
Yeah, all good.
Reminds me of trading VHS tapes way back when.
And then
Here we go, men's lightweight.
I'm a big fan of lightweight, personally.
Men's lightweight.
I'm a big fan of
Always
all
start with the
sumo,
lightweights.
but it seems to me to be such a different sport than the other divisions.
I don't see the
you know?
stream in Discord yet.
My
I can pull it up on my
apologies.
own, but
The reason
don't
you
know if
didn't
you
see
will.
that is because I haven't
You're good,
done
you're
it
good.
And
yet.
that was just a railroading.
It's nothing
no,
to
I figured that was just like
see.
yeah.
My bad.
No, I just didn't want to interrupt your flow while you were setting up.
Setting up, we were live.
Got
Got a little pause.
Yes,
in the
Still
there we
appreciate you. Looks like the camera quality is fixed. Are we good? Is that? No. I just saw dreads
Wait, is that Robert Foymayono
floating
over there
slowly
without
in
any hair?
glorious 144p.
Is that
So
Robert Foymayono with no hair.
I think that means we must be great.
thought we had edible
Over
for
on
a
the left with
second.
mohawk. They are currently in Sankyo looking at each
Looks
other.
like a good turnout.
real mean.
Looks like mostly competitors
Yeah,
and then family. So is that Hunter?
I'm thinking so too, as
Yes.
opposed to Brooklyn.
All right.
On the left
Both
with the
men got
bleach blonde
belt.
on top.
It's like Evans going for a
The
throw. Bumpy going for a
goji
leg
in the
kick.
blue with the towel on his
All
shoulder.
right, trying to get that center of gravity worked up. It's like Evans trying to lift Bumpy. Bumpy's trying to drop the brisket. Oh, Bumpy's not going down without a fight. Going for that leg. Going for that leg. Evans
One of the
trying
worst
his
leg
hardest
picks
to
I've
try
ever
and
seen.
lift
We discussed
Bumpy
that
up by
last
the
time.
back of the belt. It's got a
And then
double
the most
Owate.
undefended slip on the inside I've ever
Bumpy's got
seen.
that deep, deep,
What
deep
a
inside
match.
left, and oh,
And a crush out. Absolute classic. That is
is
just
a
the
Yorita
absolute
Oji
hallmarks
force
of a
down
mid-level
victory.
amateur wrestler.
Excellent
It's all
effort.
thrown into one.
Gotcha.
Undefended,
Yeah.
unpunished slips, leg picks that go nowhere, trying to pick up an entire thigh by your wrist, and then a crush out. I say that with full sincerity. Just beautiful sumo. That is a man who
I
is
mean,
learning.
you got to get a win some way. Yeah. And that is a good point. You can see he was trying to flip through the Rolodex of what he can do. It's just a matter of whether it got pulled off or not.
We're getting like several other recordings. So.
Wait, is that Rob in the red shirt? I think it is. It's kind of hard to tell. I've only ever met him once.
Oh, look at that. Oh, looks like Black Dragon guy. Oh.
Yeah.
Decent. Awkward side control.
All right,
Inside
Show Me
leg
Sumo
trip pretty
versus
fun.
Black Dragon. Oh,
And
Show Me
just-
Sumo wins.
Yeah.
Going for a good throw.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Okay. Trying not to be stressed or disappointed.
Okay, so here's what you need to do. Ready? Everything's gonna happen because it happens the way it's gonna happen, and it has nothing to do with you. Okay. No, we're not.
Going next. But that's okay. Read the Joe Ledger
Goodness
books.
gracious.
you will know
Who
something
are the
about Mr.
opponents? What are the
Church.
good? What possibly could
I
they be
don't
doing?
have that name in my list.
All right, I might have been mishearing names.
Fixing Mawashis. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty sure that's Rob and Hunter on the chairs.
Nice. I think the Hunter one, I feel like 100% like you're
touchy
correct
eye.
on the left there. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, it's like
Oh,
Evan's trying to.
going for the lift.
Oh,
Oh.
Actual hip throw.
all right, it's like Evan's trying
Okay.
to. Oh, God,
Well
hand
done.
bit. Nice.
Hip throws are always cool to me because they do feel like,
Oh,
I don't know, for the untrained eye like mine, they look so out of control. Like I'm like, you're gonna land on your back, and then it's just like, no, they twist around.
It's good technique. It's very intentional.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, because of everything going on, we need to get a copy of the damn brackets. What are we doing?
Pull up smooth comp.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yes.
And it's streaming on TikTok and stuff, and said she would send you her video later because she'll do
Excellent. Okay, cool.
Does that make you feel a little better?
Yes.
It's just going to be from this weird side angle, but it's at least a something.
Yeah, we have video that.
All right, I still can't hear the dude and the orange's name.
It's just the stream itself.
Every time I try to hear the names, I just
Orange
Derailing
belt seems
conversation.
familiar, but I have no idea why.
so I am so sorry. I'm gonna look up the brackets in a moment.
Agree.
I'll get everyone's name. I just don't want to miss the action. So I got Eros versus Orange Guy. Oh,
What the hell happened there?
versus Orange Guy.
Incredibly weak touch, yeah, by both of them. And then, no, not really, because it was a slap down attempt from the very beginning.
Oh,
I think that was a
That's
scouted
topical
strategy
victory
by
for the
Orange
Orange
Belt.
Huh.
fighting spirit. Oh, whoa! Look at that.
Oh,
Put his
much better
whole
touch,
body
yeah,
into
there.
it.
What an absolute run up for it.
Ben from Grand Rapids.
100%. Like
Energy we
a little bit out of
Yeah.
control, but definitely a
That
committed
reminded
touch.
me
Yeah.
of Harada Umi. That was very Harada
That
Umi
was
like.
very Hirata Umi.
That was not Harada Umi like, but I appreciate you anyway, Matt.
We see what we want to see.
Here we have Orange Belt versus random buff guy. Hell yeah.
Just the stash.
That's a football minute if I've ever seen it. Hell yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh.
Oh, that was that.
That is just straight off the offensive line. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Love it. That's kind of what that's kind of what I was saying when you go real heavy on your hands to get that forward momentum.
Pedal, pedal.
Mhm.
Back, but the
Right.
was,
When you just pull your hands up and let yourself pull forward.
For a second.
aside. You guys
Boy.
can't see him because he's right
Which
off
I need to
camera, but
have
there is
more
a-
matches to
last
figure out how I
time.
feel
That's
about
what
that.
he's saying. Kurt.
Kurt?
Kurt
But
versus
speaking of
Troy.
which,
Fair.
Not
Facebook.
Kurt.
Do you think that is a strategy just like with limits? Like at some point at the amateur level, it's actually still usable? Because you talked last time about how the disadvantage is you're naturally off balance, but you do get
Damn it. The next Brisbane Keiko is during the 24 hours of Le Mans.
All right.
Oh,
I'm hearing from the chat that our video
I mean they
quality
could
has
put it on the TV.
Oh, nice.
Just bring a phone.
Oh, I see Gabe Unick over there talking to Hardiman.
It's gonna be hard to explain.
Like
It's like, why are you paying attention to the training?
which-
car race? What lap
It's
is
like
it? They don't do
Brandon
laps.
Velocity a little bit.
Well, when's it gonna be over?
which of the 24
18
hours
hours
is
from
it
now.
during?
do you mean?
It's fine. It's fine.
So
Well, we're still recording too, so we're gonna make sure that we got all sorts of good footage for this. Oh,
Good
nice
clash.
touch, yeah.
All right, there's your boy again.
I love the Speedy Gonzalez
Wow.
legs.
Pachycephalosaurus.
Man,
Damn right it-
just definitely driving.
Then Kirk. Seriously, if you ever
I don't know
read
how
the
much
Joe Lemon
sumo
books
experience
compared
this
to
guy
Mr.
has, but I know
Church,
he
that's how
definitely has
appears in my
football
brain
experience.
now. It's just done.
And the best example I can say of his sumo experience is the completely unfolded Mawashi in the back.
That's how we
I don't
appears
think I've
in my
ever seen
brain
that
now.
before.
It's just done.
It's just hanging out. That's good.
Ben versus Kirk.
the list.
All right, Ben versus Cook.
You know what it
Swapping over the Shimpon,
See if I can
guess.
figure out which is which.
red, but I do use mathematics.
There we
Here
go.
we go for the gold. All right, Ben's grabbed the back of the neck, going for Hitaka
Wild
Komi.
feet work.
And then, oh, dude, he just jumped out his own self. See, he threw his.
That was
All right,
crazy.
Ben's grabbed the back of the neck, going for Hitaka Komi.
Yeah.
And then,
Jumping up to avoid
dude,
the fall yourself. That's
he
pretty
just
beautiful.
jumped out his own self. See, he threw
Yeah.
his entire body into that. That was so
That's what
awesome.
you gotta do.
Oh my God. Yeah, look at that. Grand Rapids. Yeah.
Okay, so these are some of the Grand Rapids guys, I guess.
Heard a lot about Grand Rapids sumo.
Yeah, they have. I think they're doing it again this year, and I think they're maybe on the 4th year of their event, but the name keeps changing.
That's a moment to relax.
Right, probably why I've not been able to hear anything about
All
it.
right.
Exactly. Like at one point they were attached to a beer festival. Another time I think they were attached to an Asian festival. Like, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna take about a 10-minute break. Sounds like.
See
I'll be
Buffalo,
right
man.
back. I'm going to go make a quick deposit in the
I know.
meter.
I'm excited. Also, I see like 1972 Pittsburgh Steeler here about to warm up, and I'm 100% on his team. I don't know who this is, but he's my guy now.
I genuinely don't know who you're talking about, but I agree.
The bald man with the like hint of a mullet and the very strong beard.
Oh,
like
excellent,
that's my
right.
guy. That's
Hell
my
yeah.
guy.
I'm going Mohawk, man. With the slightly
got
too
no-
low
no-
Mawashi.
Yeah. Yeah, the Mawashi game is inconsistent. That is one thing that was interesting about Roller Town is I feel like there was such a critical mass that people would help fix Mawashis that weren't done correctly, you know?
Just kind of paying attention to what these people do for their warm-ups. People very rarely seem to get the sideways movement correct.
What? So the guy who just went through...
Yeah, he's doing the wrong
critique-
arms, what he's doing. Because the arm that you lift up, you're supposed to have it like
Yeah.
underneath their armpit, tilting their arm up so they lose the strength in that back. And then you pivot to
Right.
the other side. But instead
Okay,
he's
makes
just,
sense.
I don't know what he's doing. And why are you doing Butsugai for your opponent? Why are you helping them? No friends in tournament.
Interesting. Yeah.
Feet works good, hips could be lower. Have we had that debate yet, by the way?
What about hips versus footwork?
No, footwork versus feet work.
Oh, no. Oh, footwork. Oh, footwork.
Because foot is singular, but you're using both of them.
This is a strong case you've made, sir.
Oh, jump in the Discord
Yeah,
if
that's
you want to
Temple
jump
just
on
walked
Grand
across the
Rapids
screen.
Sumo. I'd love to chat to you about this.
Yo. Yes.
Just jump in community hangout, then we'll pull you up. That's good. Arms are a little extended, but that's good.
We are joined by Will. the hero that we
Yeah,
all
the
needed.
arms to the side, sideways movement thing. I see a lot of people warming up with it, but I don't think at least like half the people it hasn't been explained to them why you should be doing that.
Right. It's like almost just like kata and karate or something.
Yeah.
They're just doing the movements because they.
I don't think so. Oh, he's just warming up. Yeah. He's just taking advantage of warm up time.
Jump in the Discord, GR Sumo. I'd love to talk to you about this tournament.
Oh,
I saw you post results of some of your boys doing quite well, so happy to hear that.
Oh, hell yeah. Let me
Yeah, like
see
this
here.
guy's
If you
Oshi.
want
Like,
to-
what the hell is that?
Oh, hell yeah. Let me see here. If you want to go grab it, I can help you.
Right. You would never use that in a match, so it's kind of that old shtick of perfect practice makes perfect or whatever.
Believe me,
And so what are
That
you
guy's
doing?
good because his hips and knees are at the same level, so he's actually using the muscle to stay up there and not just walking.
Yeah.
Which is why you
Okay.
train that.
No, I totally see what you're talking about. Yeah.
Oh, see, that guy, blue belt is actually doing that almost perfectly. He's actually simulating grabbing the belt and moving the direction you're supposed to. And then the twist at the end, he actually knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
So you compare that
Yeah.
to a lot of the other guys who are just kind of like doing the movement because they've been told to at training.
Yeah. I hope Grand Rapids can hop in the chat. I'd like to know who Blue Belt is or where he's from. Let me see if I can figure this out.
I'm so looking forward to doing Busagari
Oh.
Doyo again. Actually getting
I
slid
think-
back, not this little jump back thing that you see.
But I'm still debating on if I want there to be like just a regular,
Is
you know,
Jared
everybody.
Parham, who I believe is a former medalist at Nationals.
I showed you the photo of me trying to kill the Australian women's champ with Busagari, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I thought you did kill her. I thought that was evidence in the homicide case against you.
I'd love that, but it's in
And we
the-
went
it's in
up
the
and back
works.
10 times. I'm gonna put it again because it is just
The
her
tournaments in
face
Texas and
absolutely
stuff,
straining. It's just kind of
like
funny to me.
September, October, November. That's exactly what I'm thinking. So maybe November or something. You know?
Yeah, oh god, where did we go? Doyo Busagari. Hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
She's strong
All-
as shit too.
All 22 kilos of her.
For a 19-year-old girl, she's strong as
Did he
shit.
shave his head?
I'm sure.
There's actually an event happening in Oklahoma.
Now let's get some matches.
Hell yeah. He's
Yeah.
Oh, hang on.
got the bandana and the crow watching shirt.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Busagari with the Buffalo Man. Alright, let's get some matches.
Just your subject trading. Love all.
Yeah.
We got Zap.
Temple's looking good.
Yeah.
Oh, that was nothing.
Middleweight. They're doing end. Out.
So this is what we should be doing
Dohyo
at
perhaps.
Roller Town.
Seriously, I think in the middleweight division, I think
A
there's more
Dohyo
buttons out
Erie?
than there are shorts. Or
Oh,
there
you
could
kind
be
of
an
knew.
even
My bad. Hang on. There's a thing on the very bottom on the left that says Community Hangout. Just click on that. And if you have a working microphone, we'll be able to pull you up. Do you have a working microphone?
All right.
That's the other part of it. Otherwise, don't
Eric
worry
from
about it. It's no
Black
real
Dragon
stress.
Versus Sam of Chicago.
Yeah, just click on Community Hangout. Otherwise, happy to have you in chat. Otherwise, I need to
He's
buy.
a real mean
Oh,
guy.
sounds
Go
like
buy
Mr.
camera
Church is
spec. Oh, shit, I got
competing in
stuff
this
to
one.
do today. Damn.
Then again, all those Chicago boys are real mean.
If you don't have, if you don't have a
Alright, so we
microphone,
got
then don't
Eric
worry
from
about
Black
it.
Dragon
All right, all
versus
good.
Sam from Chicago.
Don't worry.
Safari Tiger.
My bad. But yeah, thank you for the. So I didn't realize you guys have 2 tournaments coming up. So it's like I knew you were attached to some sort of.
Oh, Sam. Oh!
Oh.
It's like Sam was going straight
Try
for
with
the
that
neck.
one, Sam.
Eric happened to have been able to get
Better
him
luck
down
next time.
right
You
on
drop
top.
in and out a lot, by the way. I don't know if it's on my end or not. Not a lot, but
It's
like
probably on
you
mine.
disappear and then speed up and come
Yeah.
back to normal
Down
every
in
few
Georgia.
minutes.
It's probably on my end. Let me see if it's my connection or this mic.
All right, Mr. Church versus Thomas. It's Kirk. His name is actually Kirk. The PA.
Oh, this
just
guy's a
makes him
roller
sound
down
like
too.
his
He's
name.
becoming to be a priest, I believe.
All right, Kirk versus Thomas.
Hell yeah.
Really?
People
Thomas on
recognize.
the right hand side with the
There's
red hair.
a lot of you,
and
and
the
I don't
bun.
actually live there, so I don't remember all your names.
You get one shot at seeing him, yeah.
Oh, Hataka
Nice.
Komi victory for Thomas.
That was a pull down, not a slap down, but I understand.
Oh, Hataka Komi
Ah, no, there
victory
actually
for
was a hand on
Thomas.
top. Now I take a closer look at it.
Brett Meyer.
Looked like he had him on the underarm. What's this guy doing in middleweight again?
Looks like Eros decided to compete in multiple weight classes.
Yeah. Eros has
See,
fighting
that's
spirit.
Sumo I was talking about.
Competing in multiple weight classes. I
Eros
had
is
this.
ready to
I
get
had
down
this
with
problem
all
with
weight
Corey at
classes.
Cowboy Cup. It's
Oh.
bullshit, and it completely delegitimizes your tournament. We have open weight.
You just
You don't need to fight in another person's weight class. It destroys the point of a weight class.
Yeah.
Still, you cannot deny the fighting spirit.
I
of
agree.
Eros.
I agree. It's the great thing about sumo is that there's that open weight class. So yeah, everybody, pick two.
Yeah, come one, come all.
All right, is this Grand Rapids versus Ohio?
One of your boys. Grand Rapids. That's just fun to say.
How many
I could
How many
not
regulars
hear
are
who
in
the
your
Ohio
club, Grand
competitor
Rapids?
is. I'm so sorry. So I will say Gabe Unick of Grand Rapids versus the long-haired Ohio.
I didn't actually
I will
test
get
if
your
my
name
audio is
soon.
actually
I don't have the
working
brackets
properly
pulled up
now.
right now. The
but I will.
long-haired Ohio.
I didn't actually
I will
test
get
if
your
my
name
audio is
soon.
actually
I don't have the
working
brackets
properly
pulled up
now.
right now. The long-haired
A little breathy. We'll be alright.
Oh,
Go ahead and adjust that
Gabe
on my
comes up at the
end.
Tachi, immediately gets a double inside.
Oh,
Suridashi, and Gabe Unick is forklift certified. Suridashi victory. He's actually got a degree in strength and conditioning, so
Oh, whoops. My bad. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, we can hear you good.
You can?
How you doing, brother?
Good, how are you?
All good. So you at this tournament? I heard a lot of Grand Rapids
So
boys were.
I was not at this tournament. I had to go to a graduation.
Oh, congratulations.
Oh, we got that.
Wait, you
Tachi.
passed,
It looks
right?
like, it was hard to see who got
No,
that.
it was not. It wasn't for me. It was for someone
Oh,
else.
right. Well, congratulations to them.
So this
Randy from Raijin.
this tournament was good.
All right, here we got. Oh, we got
Ben,
Jackson
our
Spry
teammate,
versus Michael
got
Kira.
gold in lightweight.
Hell yeah.
Jackson Spry of Alabama.
See the guy in the
Michael Kira,
red and blue
is it
shorts that we
Crashing
saw?
Wave or Crushing Wave?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a good match.
Crashing Wave.
it was.
Georgia. Oh.
And then our guy
looks like
Evan
Jackson
in the
Spry got
background
Kira on
going
the touch
crazy.
side. Looks like Michael. Oh, Jackson got that leg pick.
I was wondering why he got so excited.
Looked like Michael's wiring.
Yeah, that's one of
Yeah.
our other teammates.
So what do you have down in Grand Rapids?
How long? Yeah. How long you guys been around, and how many regulars you have?
We have about 4 or 5 regulars, and then we have a bunch of other people that come every once in a while.
Romeo versus Wade.
Pretty healthy
Yeah.
club size.
Romeo.
Yep, Gabe is at this tournament. He is the club leader.
Movie with Leonardo
You have to point him out when he's on screen.
Leah Caprio DiNardo.
Yep, he
Romeo versus Wade.
yeah, I'll point him out.
Romeo from DMV out of Washington D.C.
I'm doing my best to familiarize myself with the American scene, but like if you don't come to
Romeo is,
Rolltown, I don't know who
judoka as
you
well
are.
as a sumo tori.
Oh yeah.
I live a little bit.
That was
It's a bit of a
good.
walk
I
to
did-
get there.
You could see that fighting spirit in
Yeah.
his eyes.
Bit of a swim.
I did just hear the guy who got the win there. That's Romeo, the club leader of DMV. We were talking to that guy about sumo clubs in the Virginia area.
If I forgot to mention before, our current Yoji referee is Christopher Houghton.
Oh
Houghton?
God,
How do
2020.
you pronounce that name?
There's actually
say
not a
you.
lot of sumo coming up right now, is there?
Oh yeah.
On the Federation.
Apparently one coming on the 28th.
Sky Tops there
Which is Grand Rapids, right?
Yes, that is our riverfront in Grand Rapids.
So what's the deal? Which of those two tournaments you guys do is bigger or like draws more competitors?
The riverfront is the bigger tournament because it's at an actual convention,
Uh huh.
but the Beer City is the original tournament that we started,
Oh,
but
that was
it's
a little bit high
not.
on the
It's
top
at a
shot
very
there.
unsteady
And it looks
location.
like that had cost him a little bit. Thomas.
Okay,
got him
so
for
that's the
bad.
one I had
Really
heard of
good.
before because I was like, they have a tournament, but it keeps like moving around, so I never know what it really is.
Yeah, Beer City is never
Those Raijin
consistent,
guys.
and also since Gabe is going to
Boys, right?
Worlds, it's gonna be all over the place. But Riverfront is consistently in June at the end.
I miss Eric. I don't see him at these events anymore. And that makes me sad.
Uh-oh. They're called Temple.
It was the calendar. You got
Tip
East
has
Coast
been summoned.
Thunderdome. Oh, the Raijin
The
training
man's
camp
so
thing coming
tough,
up.
they named him
And then
after a
Riverfront
building.
Sumo the next weekend. Hell yeah. So a bit going on this month, and then
Wait, did they say he was up next, or is
Really
he
not a
okay?
lot.
He's on deck.
Like you said, Dan?
Yeah.
Is that what he said?
oh, Salt City
This is
Sumo
Gabe.
in August.
This is Gabe on the
Brant.
right
And Gabe
with
on
the
Okay.
black
We know
sleeve.
the Gabe Eunuch. Well, this
sorry,
other
I
gentleman,
promise
this other
to try to pay
tough dude,
attention.
jeez.
You've just got 8 things going on at once.
Florida event and a Utah event in August.
I'm not sure about that.
Gabe
Drive.
immediately goes for a push and then like a slap down. Oh, he's getting
Oh.
forklift certified.
Gives up the double
Trying to
inside
drop his
though.
brisket. Nope. Surrey down
Yep,
to victory.
we talked about this with Gabe at Keiko last
Got
week.
his own tactics used
Brett.
against him.
Oh, and of course it's
So
another
what's your
Raijin
Sumo
guy.
experience?
These Raijin guys.
My sumo experience. I've been doing it for 2 years.
All right, Romeo.
Any wrestling background outside of Sumo?
Oh, Jackson versus.
I did wrestling in elementary, so I'm in high school right now.
Right.
So I
Isn't
did
Randy Jackson the name of, like, a pop
wrestling
singer
back
or
in
something?
elementary school, but
Isn't Randy Jackson
I
the
am
name of
smaller,
a
so I
pop
kept
singer or
getting
something?
paired up with smaller guys.
Might be right. I know Randy Travis.
Not a
So
lot of
I
heavyweight
joined sumo
experience.
wrestling. I joined sumo wrestling to like
Combine,
I don't
do the
know.
fusion dance
Kinda
and form Randy
get
Jackson.
I
stronger
don't
in
listen to pop country.
grappling.
Okay, so
She listens to
Sumo
Reba.
was supplementary to your grappling, but now it's sort of your main focus?
Don't be giving out
Yes.
my secrets.
Right. That's cool. And you've been
And-
grappling
Got
basically your
Jackson's
whole
Pry
life.
on the right, Randy on the left.
I was grappling
Oh,
before
looks like
for
Jackson-
for a good some
Oh!
years,
Jackson became the
That's cool, man.
Pachycephalosaurus.
Gotta
Got
keep
that
your feet
guy.
underneath you.
and
Oh,
I'm
Randy
a
was
big
expecting
Hoshorter fan.
I can tell.
that. Jackson's right.
Dude, I
Being-
love
living up to
Hoshari.
his
He's so
name.
cool.
He is, and it's I did some martial arts, and so the judo background and throws is what got me interested in him.
Right, yeah. Would you say
Yeah.
judo is the most useful
All right, Romeo versus Tim.
to go with sumo or wrestling?
I gotta try to remain unbiased,
This
but
is gonna be
Judo
great.
is way better
also
than
gotta-
wrestling for
that's
sumo,
my guy.
Yeah,
in
for
my
sure.
opinion.
and I love Romeo. Romeo's awesome.
That's
He's
good. That's
been
good to
on
hear from someone who
podcasts,
actually
you know, and
does the two.
He's just
Because
a cool freaking dude.
I'm not that
but,
well
you know,
versed in that side of
Temple's
things.
like,
I'm more
you
of
know,
a
he's our guy.
striker.
So I'm just gonna say go.
Because
Sumo.
wrestling, it's really good for grappling, but at the same
Temple
time,
helps him out
judo
with Tachi quick.
is
Whoa, Temple.
Nice
taking
back.
what your
Hey,
opponent is
say
throwing
Yurito
at you
Oshi
and then
or
reverting it
Oshidashi.
for your own attack.
Yeah,
I think I
the
was,
redirection
Yorito.
stuff.
So, yes. And wrestling is very, not defensive, but it's very take it one at a time. And judo is very quick. And it's basically like sumo. Instead, you're just on the defensive.
Ooh.
Because Al Nishki's starting to make some waves,
The
but he's
Supari Tiger versus
just a wrestling guy who went into sumo.
Yeah, Al Nishki
All right.
is very
Sam
interesting
versus
for me.
Mr. Church.
So I was always told never to lean forward that much in the sumo ring.
Right.
And I've been slapped down many times for it.
Oh, he's ready.
And so you don't you're
Sam
not
the Supari
supposed to
Tiger.
lean that far
Oh,
over,
so
but
you
at
get-
the same
gets
time
that, double
his
neck at the
grappling,
beginning,
his
that double
wrestling,
neck lock.
keeping a steady
Looks like
base
he's
has
got
been
the
so
Kumadoshi
integrated
working
into
on
him that he
Church.
doesn't
Oh, Mr. Church
fall. He
swings him
doesn't
down. Oh,
go.
Yeah.
He doesn't fall over. I guess what I'm
No,
saying.
he has very strong legs, which I feel like is the reason, not to discredit you, but is the reason why you're told that. Is because he is exceptionally strong in the base compared to everyone else.
I don't see any
Yes.
Moonui.
Yes.
It does not look like there's a Moonui.
Because
I thought I saw him step out first.
I had a weird I was at a clinching session on Thursday, which is like really the only other form of stand-up wrestling. It's just something that we do on Thursdays at this Muay Thai place, and I was clinching with the Queensland state champ.
Alright, so this is Eros.
And he kept trying to, he wanted to embarrass me, and he kept trying to like throw me over and topple me.
Eros having,
And like he
lots
spent
of
like 2
fighting
minutes of the
experience.
3-minute round just trying to like set up a toss and do that, but no matter what happened, because of the sumo, and I've got some very heavy squats, he just wasn't able
like
to
he
drop
came in
me
quick
ever.
at the
It was just a
touch
really weird match where
Eros
I
just
was
got
losing, but I
Jimmy up.
couldn't lose, and he was winning, but he couldn't
Eros is
win.
showing up to every single bout with fighting spirit,
And it's just because of
Fire in his
developing that
eyes.
really strong base.
lightning out his back.
And then after 2 minutes, he got bored of that and started hitting me with knees, and it was a whole different world.
I think he said
And then I
Colin.
realized very quickly
No, he
why
said
he's the
Colin
state
on the
champ.
east, Michael on the west. It's got Colin on the left, Black Mawashi, Michael Kiram on the
So
right.
do we
White
have
Mawashi and Aloha.
Kimboshi Radio on this stream too?
Yep.
Oh, Michael
That
with
is
the
me,
Zona
yes, sir.
Tachi. It looks like that costume.
I watch
Looks like we
the
have-
show a lot, and
Oh, cool, man.
Yeah,
I
Colin
love
from
to
Black
hear
Dragon
your
with
opinion.
a
Hoshoru's
Oshidashi.
promotion to Yokozuna.
Yeah.
How it was decided was a lot of how you said it, and then the same
Alright,
point
Church versus Romeo.
of his June U show was actually, they said, better than his U show, and they
Oh, I
credited
agree. Yeah.
his June U show as U show, and then they just wanted a U show after that,
Alright,
It's true.
Church and Romeo and Sankyo.
which is
looking at
why
each
they
Exactly.
promoted him to Yokozuna.
And I mean, dude deserves it. You know, like
Yeah.
even
Ooh.
just the Onosato win on day 15 feels so classic Hoshoryu. Like, well, I'm out of this, but
Did he hit him
screw
with a
you.
brain buster?
Romeo.
Oh, he did.
Okay,
Dang.
Holy shit!
The club leader of that club that I forgot the name of,
looks like they were
just got
trying to be
flipped.
a
DMV.
bit of a German
Yeah, that's
suplex
Romeo,
with maybe a
DMV.
Uduchari
Yeah,
suplex.
DMV. DMV stands for Washington D.C. or
Oh,
something
looks
like
like
that.
that is Romeo's
Yeah,
victory.
DC,
Is somebody
Maryland,
going to try
Virginia.
and contest
Okay.
that? You think it like that
Yeah.
can happen? Does not appear so.
Okay. Yeah, it was a 13-2 Junyu show for Hoshoryu. But then that was
13-2 Junior show with the Abi thing.
For the 12-3 U
We
show,
won't.
he also won 3 matches within half an hour, basically.
Yes, and this is the quote that I like to use and Hakuho like to use, but great Rikishi make Ozeki, transformed Rikishi make
I feel like I
Yokozuna.
keep mishearing the gentleman on the
Interesting.
left's name.
You
thought they
see
said
Hoshorter's
But
Tachi
then that
from
maybe Ben? I don't
Ozeki.
know. Ohio guy.
He
versus
never
Randy.
went for anything
Alright, back in
but
it.
just straight
Oh,
grabbed the
Randy
front
got
of the
quick on
belt.
Tachi, went right for the face, doing some
If you
Yeah.
look at
And it looks
his
like,
if you
oh,
even
that
look
is
at his
Randy's victory.
how he
Those Raichu
set up
guys trained
his
to be
Tachi,
No,
he
I
would
like
rest
that
one
technique. He
arm
basically
on
just
his
raised
thigh
his
and one
hands
hand,
and grabbed his head,
no, one hand on his thigh and
like
one
he
arm
wasn't
on his
or anything,
on his
just
other
flat
thigh,
on the
Yeah.
side of his
and then
face.
he would lean
Sean
into
Murphy, that's
his
me, and Sean Miller did
fist
that.
down in the dirt
Yeah.
But-
to just kind of grab the front of the belt.
Which I think is exactly why, what's his name? Goeido's kid. Who is it? Gonayama does that.
Gonayama.
Yeah. Purely because he watched Hakuho on TV, which must be really funny for guys like Takayasu and Tamawashi who actually versed him and now see his inspirations come up. I was like, I know why you're doing that. Come on.
And then Hoshorter, now that he is Yokozuna, now when he went on his Yokozuna run and he started Oshi, which started in September, he just failed super hard because he was trying something new.
Eric from Black Dragon.
Right.
He put both
They got some Good technique in
his
Black Dragon. I'm wondering if
arms
that comes
on
from
his
Packers
thighs,
influence.
and that is forward stance. That's not defensive stance. That is a forward stance.
Gabe on the west.
To put
Alright,
both
we
fists
got
on the
Colin
ground to
versus
go
Gabe.
in one contact,
Hmm.
which is a super
Right, so we got Colin
nerdy
on the
way to
left,
get
White
into
Washi.
Hoshorter's
We
talk,
got
but
Gabe on the right with the White Bawashi going tradish.
You're among friends
Well-
here being nerdy, man. Don't worry.
but
Yeah,
that
this
is
is it.
that is where I saw him differ in his style of sumo.
Come on, guys. This is an Osmo.
I
And
have
then
tricked a
this
lot of people into thinking I'm cool. And then they try to shake my hand and I mess that up somehow.
It's like Colin a little bit quicker on the touch guy, but Gabe got him double insides. Oh,
Yes.
Suridashi.
Nice.
Forklift certified.
Matt, the joke was barely funny the first time.
Use it as chops
The
there.
fifth time around, it's lost its charm.
Push with the
Do
hip.
your hops and your chops.
But Gonoyama is quite he used to be quite a character and thought he was really good, and he was really good. And then he just does the same thing and gets slapped down every time.
He's too one note, you're saying.
Thomas on the left with the red
He's
hair.
too
Is that
and
Brent? Is it Brent
Maria
or
doesn't
Brent?
like us to
That's on
use
the
this
right.
phrase, but too one-dimensional.
Maria is such a fascinating opinion.
Ooh. Looks like Thomas just
She's-
railroaded
And
him out of there.
she's very
poor
passionate.
puppy. Poor puppy.
You can be one-dimensional, but you have to be good at your one dimension, and you have to know how to defend when your one dimension
Yeah.
gets slapped down all the time.
Oh, that's
Seriously.
Akba's Raijin version?
Yeah, I know,
It-
yeah,
It
no,
is an
that's
interesting
right.
point, like, because again, Avi's the real case in point with being one-dimensional, but it's the idea of, no, he understands the
Jackson
sport,
Sarai
he
from
knows what
Alabama.
everyone else
This
is going to
guy's
do.
actually got some technique. Looks like
So,
he goes to
Avi-
Kendo every week. Yeah, we got
Abi,
Temple.
I would not
He's,
call
with
one-dimensional.
one of
I
the
would
top
call
guys in
him
the
two-dimensional. And that second
Because of the ring
dimensional,
around the room. Yeah.
his second dimension is Hanka
Oh, Temple
slash
coming in fast with
ballerina.
touch-eye. Jackson is.
Yeah.
Oh!
No, his ability to pirouette and get
Looked
out of the
like
way
Temple
is
might
very
have
incredible.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, with the whole one-dimensional thing, is that none of these guys actually are truly one-dimensional. Because if I
No.
were
Right.
to verse Daisho, and he was strictly banned from doing Oshi, he would only belt wrestle me, I would never be able to beat him anyway. Because
Alright,
these
Randy
guys have
versus
spent their
Romeo.
whole life training like all aspects of sumo like this, but when they get to the absolute top of the range, because if he was to like belt wrestle against Wakatake Kage, he would not do as well as if he Oshi'd him, because his Oshi is so much better than his wrestling,
Alright,
but his belt wrestling
Randy versus
is
Romeo.
still world class, you know?
Ooh, Romeo coming in with the
It's just
touch
not
So
that-
interesting.
It's like,
The-
oh,
it's just
Interesting
not
you
like
say
the
that.
1% of the 1%
Armlock
level.
looked like it was a
Sorry, go on.
Kotenage.
Oh, sorry about.
Kotenage victory.
Interesting you say that because it was fascinating to see Daisho beat Onosato just bear hugging him out of the ring in November 2024, I believe, day 11, but don't quote me on that.
No, like exactly. Like Daisho is a one-dimensional wrestler
Gabe on the
But
east,
he's-
Eric on the west.
because he chooses to be, not because it's all he's good at.
Yeah. And he said himself if he tried to go belt fight with some of these guys, he wouldn't be able to do it because his belt fighting is good, but it's not as
You guys
good as
know-
someone like Hoshorter or
Know
someone like
all the
Kirishima.
Gyoji calls.
Yeah. If you were in a purely belt wrestling
Right.
match against Hosharu, you would lose that. But if it's
I
in the
just don't
full
like
range
where
of
it's like-
sumo, he has a chance.
It's a
When
Gabe
you
versus
see Hoshorter's losses in the previous tournament, Kirishima, they're grapplers, they're
Was he
very
too close?
good. And the two other ones that got pulled down,
Mhm.
no one else
They're gonna
beat him in
reset.
a grapple. It's impossible. It's like Kirishima, Hoshorter, the two best grapplers in the whole sport, faced off, and sometimes you lose.
Gabe came in with the touch guy. He's getting real low. Both guys trying to stay really low. Oh,
Ooh.
Gabe was the one that was ultimately able to get under the opponent, lift him out, set him
Right.
inside the Torah.
What I've said to Gabe though is
Fork,
he's gotten
lift,
these
certified.
lift outs, and lift outs are very interesting.
T-shirt.
I know how to do them. I can do
Just
them.
get a picture of a forklift and then
But
put his face
what
on it.
happens
Yeah.
is if you keep focusing on
Slap
doing a
watch
lift
on the
out,
forklift.
you will
Raijin
mess up
versus Raijin.
against someone
Got
who's very
Reddy
compact, like a
versus-
Japanese guy at
It's
Worlds.
Brent or Brant, one of those two. I'm just gonna say a cross between an A and E.
So
and
we
Brad.
have
Brad.
talked to him,
Some
and
people
we're gonna do a set. We're
fire
gonna
some
do a
sort
practice session where he does not do
On the
lift
east
outs.
side, what was his name?
That's Randy.
See what his
Okay.
other strategies are
His
for
Milwaukee
Worlds.
material looks kind of thin.
I like
Also,
it.
something that people can fall into the trap in with sumo.
Kentucky
I was
Kobe
talking to
victory for Brent.
Brandon about this when I noticed him training. Is that they'll commit to a losing position,
Brent. Okay, I
and you'll
definitively
get
heard
in a
knee. That is
spot where like, you're
Brent.
trying to do a
Okay.
lift out,
Sorry,
like you're
Brent.
saying, but you just can't quite have it. And then for some reason,
I
like
like
when we're
how
real desperate fighting like that, the
his
natural
mini
instinct
chest
is to,
there
well, let me just try even
is
harder.
turning, like, white in the
But
kind of a
you've already
lightning
weakened
bolt.
yourself, you've already burned
Yeah,
energy, the
that's
next
pretty
one's
cool.
not going
It's
to
like
be
a
as strong.
werewolf. It's awesome.
And your opponent knows he's done that, he's going to do it again. So what I was telling him is don't commit to a losing position. Like if you go for the lift out the first time and you don't get it, change your position, try something else, because now they're going to be defending something that you're not doing.
Gabe.
I agree completely, because the moment you try to lift me up, and it's not that hard to do, the moment, because I'm pretty light, but the moment you try to lift me up, and then you try to lift me up again once I try to center my gravity back down, I'm immediately going for a trip, I'm immediately
Very good
going
touch
for
there from
your
Gabe.
legs,
Oh!
because you're off
Outer
balance,
leg
and you're
trip.
trying to really lift,
That's Soto
and when you
Gabe.
lift with a very
Soto got Gabe
steady
victory.
base, with a very low centered gravity base, you will lift up and it will feel natural. The second time your hips are high and you're just lifting pure with your upper body, not your lower
All
body.
right, Tom versus Tim.
True.
Good point.
Thomas with the red hair on the left with the bun. Temple with the shaved head. Black Mawashi on the right. Ooh, quick touch eye from Temple. Thomas is trying to gun under him. Oh,
Ooh.
it's like Thomas.
So I want to get your opinion. What did you think about
It's
Ryuden
okay, Tim.
at
Oh.
first being the dew sweeper?
Caught me by surprise. I don't
It's those
understand the
Raijin guys.
Ichimon
I really
situation
wish we could
and
bring
all
the
that.
Raijin
Who's
camp
in
to
who's
us.
stable. I
I
thought
would love to
Meisei
go to
was
that
in.
Raijin camp.
I knew Meisei was
You
in
just see how
Hoshoryu stable, and I
badass these
don't know how it
Raijin
works from
would
there.
show
But
up to the Raijin training camp.
oh, you're not talking about Hoshoryu. You're talking about Onosato,
I
aren't you?
wish we could like just get
Yeah,
a
Onosato.
grant to
Yeah,
just
that
fly
caught me
our
by
guys out to
surprise.
the
I've got
Raijin
no
camp.
idea why they're there.
Yeah,
Takayasu caught me by
Takayasu.
surprise as well until I was remember that Nishinoseki split from Futa Bayama, I believe.
If you're not
So
in
Nishinoseki
Raijin
had Takayasu as
camp,
his also
it's June
sword
20th
bearer,
through 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
and so this is Gabe fighting again, but
Yeah.
we'll talk. So Takayasu is like Onosato's
It's like
uncle
Thomas
in
went for the
sumo for some
Nodowa.
reason,
He's trying to keep good Chugoshi, but it looks
since he's a
like
senior to
Japanese
Onosato and he
defense got
was
that double inside.
friends with Nishinoseki.
I think Takayasu is still in
Looks like they both got each other's
the
belts.
original stable.
Trying to get that good defense.
That Nishinoseki was in. Yes.
Oh. Looks like
Taganora Vea?
You got him.
Seriously.
Takano No, something like that.
Taganora is what it's saying on here, but yeah, because Kisano Sato and Takayasu were in the same stable. Kisano Sato uses his Yokozuna Elder Stock to split and create Nishinoseki. But because Onosato is the only top division wrestler in his stable, he called upon, because they're the same Ichimon, because they split from him, he called upon Takayasu to be his sword bearer. And then Ryuden, I don't know what the deal with Ryuden is.
Seeing Robert Fuimaono without his luscious locks.
Taka de
I'm going to have to step away for dinner.
I'm too afraid to
well,
shave
appreciate
my
you
head,
jumping on, man. You've been very
Robert
insightful.
Looks good with the shaved head.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll have to chat again.
Love
I'll
seeing
see
the
you guys
Grand
later.
Rapids guys.
But I'm
Yeah,
afraid if I shave my head, I'll get like a pack of hot dogs like on the back of my neck, like looking like.
I also don't know the answer to that. I'm trying to see if Takadagawa Ryuden stable is part of the same Ichimon. I don't know.
I'll be rocking a pack of hot dogs too. No hot dogs on my neck.
Mono me, mono I,
Mono.
mono
Disconnect him because I don't think he knows how to hang out.
I.
Times.
It's a very long mono.
Yeah. Yeah.
You were doing a lot of learning just then, hey?
Yeah, I was just sitting and absorbing, man.
Yeah, I could hear it.
Yeah.
I say that with
It is always-
I say that with respect, by the way.
Looks like we
It's like,
can.
oh,
No,
listen to
I-
these two
I-
artists talk about this shit. Hell yeah.
More sumo, more free.
Yeah, I took it as such because, again, it's interesting to hear people from other sports because you get the same concepts but in a different lens, and, you know, a different way may make it make more sense.
Yeah, I'm fascinated by it too because I'm like the only striker that I've been able to find that got into sumo with very little wrestling
Yeah.
background, and everyone else is
Yeah.
either only sumo or wrestling and then sumo.
Except for the bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Or like grappling and then sumo, not wrestling, because that's a specific style.
Gotcha. No, I'm with you. Yeah, it's interesting because Muay Thai is your sport, you would say, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Gabe gets it
Yeah.
out the old-fashioned way.
There's really
Gabe
no,
Udick.
not no, but technique-wise, there's not a lot of sumo in Muay Thai, like you said, right?
I feel like I had a frog in my throat and I accidentally pronounced his name super German
I
style.
would say, yo, look at the
Gabe Udick.
monkeys.
Oh, the monkeys are back.
Where's this like clinching sparring? Because there is an element of it.
Hmm.
If I can just find actual sparring footage. So all this is just technique, with people just fighting. Like in this kind of position,
Yeah.
there is a stand-up grapple, but this is still with the striking.
Right.
If I can just find actual.
Hey guys, it's Jeff Chan from MMA Shredded, and today I'll be showing you guys 8 of my go-to moves inside bicep control. This is the strongest because I have
So,
inside
yeah,
bicep
sort of
control.
positions like that,
This
where
week
you
works
are
really
trying
well
to throw
against
people to the
aggressive opponents.
ground
Swing hooks
from a
at you.
stand-up
Yeah.
grappling
Catch
position.
their biceps with your palms.
There are
and
elements of it.
to do this in neutral clinch.
Yeah.
Let's start with the inside bicep control and collar tie dump. In this
Yeah, stuff
example,
like that.
where my right
So
Yeah.
there are elements of it, but and like my gym specifically is the only one that does a
Where's Caitlin?
actual clinching session where you're just there to spar with clinching, and because of that, like they've been able to level up quite well.
Yeah. Did you say who's
Tracy's Caitlin.
the
let me
dude
know.
who runs your gym? Is he the one who's the
Metal match.
Australian sumo, like the, I don't know.
Gabe versus Tim.
Runs the only sumo club. Am I remembering this right at all?
Absolutely not. So there's a judo
Yeah.
club, and one of the
Ah.
bitches hosts a
Yeah.
sumo
You're,
club.
like,
He had a kid last year, and so he's, you know, in between being a teacher and being a judo coach,
Copyrighted music.
doesn't have enough time to do sumo on the side. Also, he's going through his own thing.
Role model, and
His
because
temple.
he has such big muscles that make him jealous.
Like, he's the guy that got into a kerfuffle with the International Sumo Federation,
Oh, that looked like
Nice.
Temple.
where he signed a scathing email to the lack of judging standards, and then ended the signature with from the International Sumo Federation. So just whether it was intentional or not, represented International Sumo while critiquing International Sumo, and
Uh-huh.
just that was a whole thing, and
So our guy
stepped
Temple's
down
gonna fight
basically
this
after
Raijin
that.
dude, Thomas.
Gotcha. Well, such as hey, wait though. Speaking of the International Sumo Federation, we haven't even talked about this yet. Have you fantasy shipped your Hakuho Sumo League yet?
I'm actually kind of nervous that he's doing that.
Yeah, I know where you're going with this, because it has the potential to take oxygen out of the room or divert it in unhealthy directions.
Sort of. That's definitely on my mind. Every attempt at this in the past has failed. There was a whole like sumo strike that didn't work in the past as well. If he, I would have been happy if he left and went to
as your humble
I don't
color
know, because he
commentator, I
really
do not
cares
want
about
to
being
appear to be
Japanese,
biased,
right? Because there was that whole thing where it's like, wait, they finally accept me when they said Hakuho beat
Yeah.
this Gaijin. It's like, wait, I'm a Gaijin.
Simple command with the
So I
low.
understand why he's keeping it in Japan, but I think the better
Lots of
move
centripetal force
would
there.
have been if he
Damn.
went to amateur sumo
Thomas
to
had
help
that
them,
plan.
but instead
Yeah.
he's gone, I'm going to become amateur
Oh,
sumo in Japan.
congratulations. Look at that beautiful, beautiful mop of
So-
luscious red hair. Look at that.
I
This is a
agree.
big
If that's
victory
the
for
way it
gingers everywhere.
evolves, that is not going to be great. And I also agree that I think you're right. That's where it's going because you look at something like the Hakuho Cup, and that kind of feels like,
So we are very
from
proud
his
at Kurowashi.
perspective.
You know, I think you're right.
Let's do it again.
I think you're right.
Say that again?
Bronze at the Met. Yeah.
Sorry. I think you're right because
We are
with
very
something
proud
like
of
the
Temple.
Hakuho
Temple's been
Cup,
working his
I think he
ass
feels
off,
like I have
and he's
collected
got a
all
lot of
the
talent, he's got a lot
the
of
who's who of
dedication.
amateur sumo once before
He's got
around my.
moxie. He's been helping out
I'll just do
with
it again.
a lot of the
Yeah,
newer
yeah.
guys, you know, making sure everybody's
But
form
like,
is
if he
on
does
point,
try to build
making
something
sure
that's
people are
big
trying
and
different things,
adjacent
using
to
their
pro
entire bodies
sumo,
when they
he's going
fight,
to take away
and,
from
you know,
pro
just
sumo.
getting the most out of sumo. So Temple
Because
is
Hakuho
Agreed, and I
has
think
been
that's-
tried and failed before. Hakuho is gonna be the guy to do it, and if he doesn't work, it'll never work.
Kurowashi Sumo Collective. You know, it's
Totally agreed. Especially because I think he has both Haruma Fuji and Asashoryu on board, at least for the international side of it. But like you said, the Japanese side of it is probably what he cares more about.
Asashoryu, maybe not.
You know, sharing knowledge.
Those guys,
Yeah.
yeah, they're both exiles now, but those guys aren't exactly friends.
It's a little tiny board that I
Little tiny.
It's
Very true. Very true.
I need to see more. I need to know what his
I'm
plan
putting
is.
too
But
much-
if his plan is make a profitable, if his plan is two different pro sumo leagues in Japan, I don't like that, and I don't want that.
And I don't think that succeeds because nothing can or will ever be the JSA. So don't try. But something different, totally. You and I are big proponents that like something different. There's plenty of space for that to grow.
Yeah, like dream case scenario, he calls up Corey. Worst case scenario, he just goes Ozumo 2. And now we just have two weaker
Yeah.
leagues because of that. But maybe
think
this
the
is
cool
like a
thing for
40-year
me-
exercise, and if he does topple Ozumo and installs like the right people, yeah, I don't know.
Are you still recording?
I just feel like what interested me about it is the potential that like
Okay, what is it?
sumo in Japan is so much deeper than Ozumo can absorb, even with the recruitment issues that they talk about. But if you look at there's corporate sumo and there's college sumo, there's tons of rikishi out there that are not necessarily Ozumo rikishi, but there's whole like sort of weird shadow stables where trainees like are already practicing pro sumo until they hopefully get picked up by one of the Heya. Like, so there's already a bunch of talent there, and I would just like to see someone take those guys and say, hey, Ozumo says you're not good enough for a stable. Compete in my league. Also, let's fly you to Texas. Let's fly you to California. Let's fly you to Australia, and like be a big show and build up sumo communities in other places. That's my fantasy situation.
So fun fact, the data we have now shows that everyone here is stretching before the match. If you stretch before weightlifting, this is where I get this from specifically, so I can kind of transfer it into sumo. You are weaker. You will be able to lift less because you've stretched the muscle to its absolute limit, and now it's already in recovery before you start doing heavy lifting. And in the Tachiai, you can understand why that's different, which is why now you see a lot of pro athletes, when they're warming up, just doing dynamic movements and jumping around and shit, and not actually stretching. Flexibility, stretching training is something you want to do specifically to do that, not as a warm-up. So, these people you see here in these very deep, impressive stretches will now be performing to a lesser extent than they could have. Unlucky. How significant is that difference, though? I don't know. and I only know it in the context of like pushing heavyweight, where like 5 kilos can be a big difference.
When we get to the hotel, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
What? Fun fact.
Makes a lot of sense though, and I do know, like you're saying, like yeah, that a lot of pro athletes have shifted, at least on game day, to what isn't the term is like ballistic stretching or whatever, but
I know it is dynamic movement. I do a lot of footwork drills where I sort of bounce on, like, specifically the ball of my big toe.
oh, some dohyo repair.
Yeah, we got some of the bigger boys coming up. That was pretty funny that he was a fan of your show.
Yeah. Hey, I love it. Yeah. It's you've said it before, man, but it's awesome how big but small the sumo community is.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is why it's so friendly.
Yeah. I don't think I've been a part of any other sports scene that had the same kind of openness, and again, just friendliness.
All right, so it looks like we met Chad last night at the dinner for the tournament.
Crashing Wave Sumo.
This is tough.
Crashing Wave
This is
and apparently according to
my
Patrick
beloved
Evans,
fellow
our-
bald on the left, but
John
I
Jones stepped out. The fuck?
he's got a lot of like technique and it just has a mind for you know, just a different type of fighting mind, and it's really cool. I really want to pick his brain later. Jared,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course, the Heiyagashira of Kurowashi.
Yeah.
You see Jared getting in the zone.
Just missed me. Keep talking, sorry.
yeah, you're. Jared the guy in the right when you said no technique, and oh yeah,
All right.
he's going straight through my beloved bald with a no to wad to boot. I need to look it up. Didn't he? I think he's a former. I think he's multiple times medaled at nationals. Jared Parham.
Oh
Jackson
my
Spry versus
fucking
Derek
god.
Nelson. Jackson Spry on the left.
UFC is such a joke. John
What I
Jones is
missed?
retired.
Jackson Spry with North Alabama Sumo
Ah.
Association.
Spent a goddamn year
Says
waiting
he
for
likes
one
to
more title
fast
fight.
before competing.
Some
Was it
people
like
do, some
800
people don't
days
like
and
to
2
eat.
fights as the champ?
Woo! I did not know this. That's an insane stat line.
Oh, Hitaka Komi victory.
Excellent.
Yeah, beat Stipe Miocic in November last year.
Ooh, a Hoosier. Yeah, Derek
And
got that Hitaki Komi.
won the
I think
title
this is what Jackson's
in
like, is
March
this his second
2023.
weight class, he said? Or this is third.
And then it's spent like this. There's so
Alright,
many
Jacob versus
heavyweights on the
Joseph.
up and up actually trying to make some money. Yo, this guy, the laser dude.
I think
In
Jacob
the
is
red belt.
from Tennessee Sumo. Joseph Fielder is I think he's
I don't remember his name.
Kansas
He's just a
City.
laser dude to
I think he
me.
trains with Robert Floimono. I think they're still called Kingdom
Why is he
Sumo,
laser
if I'm not
dude?
mistaken.
He works with lasers. Like his job is laser beam.
What?
Ooh,
Come
nice
on,
shot.
laser beam.
I think he said he's like one of 8 laser beam technicians in the country or something ridiculous,
Ooh, Oshidashi victory for Joseph
I like it.
Fielder.
which is probably wildly inaccurate, but it was something fascinating like that.
Yeah. Either way, great name, reminiscent of the original Gladiators. Did American Gladiators ever make it to Australia?
All right, Maverick. I couldn't. Who did you
I don't think so.
Okay.
All right,
Terribly
William and
wonderful 80s show.
Matt. Yeah, Maverick
Awesome.
with Great Plains Sumo.
Steroid-filled
has been training with
balloon
the
men
Kurowashi
with
Sumo
names
Prefect.
like Laser and Gun
You were
Show.
there when he died at Milwaukee.
Oh, that's where like Marco Hearn comes from, right?
They got a beautiful Milwaukee.
Yes.
Good
Go
lord.
Mav!
Will versus Mav.
Speaking of
Stay
other
low, Mav.
industries that are just a
Get low,
fucking
Mav,
mess,
drop that brisket.
fitness industry, Jesus Christ.
Yori Kiri victory for William.
Mav has been training off and on.
This could be a risk.
in Kurowashi since November.
This man will look you in the
Buffalo
eyes
man.
and tell you he does not take steroids.
All right.
I'm not even
Nice.
joking.
Oh,
Griffin,
man.
head coach of Tennessee Sumo versus Buffalo
And he
Man.
built his career
Brandon
off of it, and he
Rudzinski of
sells
Rock City,
supplements. And he sells like a protein powder with like creatine
know if
in
you
it,
guys
and we'll
ever
go,
played
this is
Mega
how I
Man.
get this big. What
Hold
else,
on.
Mike?
Excuse me. You're in
Yep.
the line of the live stream. Hey, get out of the line. Yeah, thank you.
Get out of the way.
No bovine growth hormone.
Ooh, Buffalo
One
Man
most
gets
upright
low.
touch I've ever seen.
Ooh.
Really decent inward grab. Dude, he's in full control of this match.
Yeah.
Well, now Packy's in.
Thomas got a good Otsuke. Oh, Brandon
Drive.
Reason is. Oh,
Crush out,
using
classic.
those
Working.
hops and chops. That's why we do hops and chops.
Really
Classic
good.
Amazumo.
Man,
Really good
Thomas
sumo.
put everything into
That's
that.
Brandon, right? Yeah, there we go. That's the Buffalo Man.
Thomas's fighting spirit.
Since March 2023,
Yeah.
John
it's
has
okay.
had
Yeah,
2
try to
fights.
stay out-
One for
yeah,
the heavyweight belt, one to
if
defend
you're-
it.
if you're in
And
front
he
of one
beat
of
up
the side
48-year-old
tables, that's
Stipe
fine.
Miocic. Yeah,
I don't know
42-year-old
what you're talking
Stipe
about. Sounds
Miocic.
legit.
God damn it.
Just not in front of any of these.
I will throw things at
Because
people if you get
the
in front
Islam
of those cameras.
Makhachev moved up a weight class,
For the record.
and they told him you
I
have
will
to
stick
strip the
Temple and
belt. And
Jared
he's like,
on
wait,
you
what do
if
you
you get in
mean I
front of
don't
the
get the
camera.
chance to be a double champion? And it's like, that was kind of a controversy, because like, this is the way the sport works now, you know? When like guys like Conor McGregor, who don't deserve the fame that they have, made their name off of being a double champ. And now it's like, okay, well, I guess I have to force vacate the belt if I'm gonna fight in a different weight class. Which is embarrassing, because there's like history behind that lightweight belt, because that's the one that Islam claimed, you know, so it's kind of like a generational thing. That's a different story. It's like, alright, well, I'm forced to vacate it. Wait, why is John Jones
Jared
still the
scooped up
champ?
into there swimming.
You know?
Looks like he's got Derek bent over
Jesus
the back
Christ.
of the Oh, pancakes.
Oh,
Great
Crush
job,
out
Derek.
UFC
that
is
looked like
completely
another
fallen off,
example
man.
of.
Sorry, talk about the match.
No, that I not anything interesting. Just saying that was a case in point what you're always saying about like guys not knowing their beat at the edge, and then you force the yorikiri or no, the crush down, I guess, because they just don't know that they're beat
Yeah, it's
or don't. Yeah,
both of them not having the technique or experience to know exactly what to do there.
good point. Because like you said before, really what Jared should have done is then he should have finished it with a throw if his opponent was gonna stand on the bales like that.
Looks like we got Brent back in light heavyweight.
Joseph on the east, Brent on the west.
Apparently John Jones said something absolutely infuriating about this as well. Sorry, I'm so angry right now.
Oh, good. I didn't realize. I knew you were an MMA guy. I didn't realize you followed so
Brent was off
closely.
that top guy quick.
I used to be,
Joseph
but
Mercer
like,
against Dwyer,
yeah.
but he's back in.
I've always
Both men
hated
jockeying
it
for
slightly
position.
because it's a
Brent's got that left outside, inside right. Oh, and that has served him well.
So what? So MMA has been very useful because UFC specifically has been great because it has focused everything to one central point, and we actually do have a top of the mountain. Whereas in like boxing, there's like 4 belts that matter, and then the ring, and then the lineal and all stuff like that.
William Gunner,
And there's a
William
whole
Thompson.
goddamn world around it, and MMA was like, all right, this is the top of the mountain, and it's also taken away all the mist.
Yep. Yeah.
So did they say this is William on William action? William Gunner versus William Thompson?
I believe so.
Oh, nice Tachiai. Oh, Hatake Komi victory.
No, you're down.
Yeah.
Oh, the body still wants to fight. I understand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And of course it was a Raijin.
Get used to it, you know?
Yeah, another Raijin guy. Oh, Champ
Yup.
versus Buffalo Man.
Yup.
Interesting. Buffalo Man versus Temple. Temple, the man so tough they named him after a building.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nice
that was a
touch,
good
I would
touch,
say.
yeah. Buffalo Man is lifted. Oh, what's okay. Both guys kind of jockeying, going for that Suridashi. Oh, Brandon going for some. Both guys going for a throw. Damn. Looks like Brandon got the throw.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon's victory. It was hard to tell the Kimarite. Brandon got that one. That was a damn good bout, though.
Yeah.
I wish Brandon would come and do some more training with us. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Brandon, if you're listening to this, come back to Denton.
So we got Chad versus Jackson Spry. Chad, Crashing Wave Sumo, Augusta, Georgia, on the left. Jackson Spry, Alabama.
North Alabama.
What's up?
North Alabama.
I do think
Alabama.
it is interesting. Yeah, like.
Yep. According to my sources.
I also despise Gateway the same way that I always despised man. But it is interesting, and you called him a carny, which is hilarious because pro wrestling literally started as a carny sport. So much of wrestling's language is carny language. I don't know. If going back to like Hakuho in a side league or whatever, the go to back. Like that kind of promotion. Do you think Amazumo would benefit? Yeah. Oh no, carnies are. That's my bad. Carnies are awesome. Should I restart my computer? Is my mic really still horrible?
Oh, the guy's got Tella.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
Somebody get his back.
Yep.
There you go.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because carny has become synonymous with con man, but it's not, especially if like you're like, yeah, no, everybody knows the carnival games are rigged. Just whatever, come play.
Just make sure it's towel off between each bout.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll
Jacob
be right.
versus Will. Jacob from Tennessee with the ponytail.
Yeah.
William with the kind of gunmetal gray compression shorts. Oh, Will came in with that Tachi quick, scooped up. Oh, scooped Jacob up, pancaked out. Frontal crush out victory for William. All right, here we go. We got Temple versus Jackson Spry. Ooh, Temple came in really quick with that touch. Jackson almost kind of got forward a bit. Oh, boom! There we go. Pancaked out. Yoritoshi victory for Temple. Yeah. All right, here we go. We got Mav. We got Joseph Fielder. These both gentlemen have beautifully dyed Mawashi. Got Maverick Thompson from Great Plains Sumo out of Pryor, Oklahoma. Has been training with Kurowashi Sumo. We're trying to get Oklahoma Sumo started from the ground up.
Yeah, we're actually going to be going up there to help them with that in June.
And shout out to the Sumo Grannies wanting for there to be more Oklahoma Sumo. Oh, Mav came up at the Tachi faster. Oh, got that. Oh, double Uchari from Joseph Fielder. He reversed the reverse. You know, that was good instincts for being at Keiko coming.
Here as long as we're
Sumo, Derek, I believe he's a Hoosier, Ohio Sumo, Indiana. Thomas with that fierce Supari. Derek trying to close the gap to avoid those swinging blows. Thomas has the grapple though too. Derek trying to go for a Notawa. Thomas still working working his grips. Thomas has that strong, deep outside right. Oh, use that Owate grip to his advantage. There's a lot of pancaking this tournament.
Yeah. I don't
Lots
know if. Okay.
Lots of crush outs.
I was gonna say I don't know if Thomas stepped out first or.
Monoe.
Well, while they're doing that, I'm gonna go take another potty break.
Yep. I have to say that the middleweight division has been pretty exciting. It looks like.
Hey, Goose. I got the other mic working. I think we should be good. Do I sound all right?
Jared Parham and
Sweet.
Brent. Jared of Kurowashi Sumo Collective. Brent of Raijin Sumo. Brent has been showing us throughout middleweight and light heavyweight that he is very much like the Wu-Tang Clan and is nothing to F with. Jared Parham,
Why?
as we all know.
Like, I guess he's
One of the strongest in
marketable, but
Kurowashi.
not if you don't fight.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah.
Looks like Brent's trying to get that double grip.
I'm telling you, that's Jared Parham. He's good.
He got hammered out. That was really badass. It was just I was just sucked into the technique. I couldn't even like talk. I was just like, oh my god, what are they doing? That was cool. But as your humble color commentator, Jared pancaked Brent.
Good.
You know what's interesting about hearing all of that, though, is that's
is that
to
another
our
Raijin guy?
conversation about a carny versus a con man. That's like he says playing the loyal company man, and it's like, yeah, that's the problem with UFC is there's no sport behind it. It's not like a loyalty to the sport or the game. It's like, well, this is the company and this is what's marketable. That's the Dana White recipe, you know?
All right, Buffalo Man went and got the arms as quickly as he could, trying to go for the slap down.
Yeah. 2 wins for
His opponent has that.
Jones.
Damn.
Oh.
He had that shitate grip up in the front. He had the lower position, had the better head position, and that shitate grip, and that secured the victory for Wade from Raijin Sumo.
That's a good point. That's a good point, man.
Sorry.
Yes, please sing over the copyrighted
It's a good
music.
point.
Yeah. I'll sing the copyrighted songs very badly. Algorithm can't pick it. Yeah. All right, we got Temple versus Will. Oh, nice touch eye from Tim. Oh, railroaded.
Kind of twisted him there at the end.
It's Yorikiri victory. Joseph Fielder, Derek Nelson. Joseph Fielder out of Kansas City. Derek Nelson out of Ohio Sumo.
Huh. Hey, welcome back.
Pizza was for dinner.
Looks like Derek Nelson's victory.
I hit those macros.
Frontal crush out. So many crush outs this tournament. So many.
Hey, it's the man himself.
Temple versus Britt.
Yeah. You at least wanted to see someone knock his lights out. Sure. Yeah, you know what? Perfect time to stop. Temple is about to go here. His Tachi has looked really good today. Temple's impressive, man.
All right.
I think Justin
Jockeying for
Kizzert told me
position.
judo. I think
Trying
he's
to
a
go for
judo
Note's
guy.
kick. Temple's got that deep inside left.
Oh.
Temple's lifting.
Oh no!
Brent happened to catch Temple with that upward inflection, got his hip under his, and used a judo maneuver. Yeah, that judo maneuver got
That guy
Temple.
though, I have no idea. He's beautiful. Buster, like underrated boxing
Is that
name.
what it is?
That was judo.
Is it the judos?
That was the judos. All right, now we got Derek Nelson versus Buffalo Man.
Another good boxing name.
Oh,
Right.
I just spotted some big guys going for dish.
See the Buffalo Man here.
Oh.
Okay,
looked like that
Goose
was
or
Ocean's victory
Grand
before
Rapids, either of you
Buffalo
guys
Man.
got questions about the Buffalo Man's Tachi here, because I've now watched him do it 3 times in a row. He never puts his head down in a Tachi, which maybe he just doesn't want to bonk coconuts and get a concussion, but like he always seems to be almost like he's doing Butskari and letting his opponent into his chest. Like,
I don't know why.
law, or is he doing something that I don't understand?
Okay, so Buffalo
thinking,
Man
like, the
is
novel
from
opposite.
Rochester, which is about
That looked like
2-hour
we'll
drive.
find
So
out who
I've been
wins
out there a
that
couple of
battle.
times.
Mono Wee.
Oh, I thought he was from
Please stay
Detroit.
tuned
Okay,
while we
yeah.
finish.
Rochester's
The
in
Mono-
Detroit. It's
Okay,
a
one of the
neighborhood
big
of
old
Detroit.
metro. Okay,
It's a
cool.
neighborhood of Detroit.
Or Princess
Um,
Mononoke.
Yeah.
So Buffalo Man
Is
is
Princess
a
Mononoke.
stone lifter and a power lifter.
I don't know. It's kind of.
Huh?
Kind of.
He likes to stay very centered, and he does not like to get overextended.
They gave that to Derek.
Okay.
Hey,
And
gotcha,
his
no,
lower body
relax.
stability is so strong
I think it might have been. I
that
think Buffalo
you
Man might have
can't
either
his
stepped out or
it's like he
touched down
generates
first.
power in a lower upright position.
All right. Derek
So
versus
look for
Wade.
bend in the knees, because I definitely see what you're saying in the stability. I just like am having a hard time wrapping my brain around how upright he gets and how often it does still work for him, because I just feel like I've been trained that like if you're upright you lose.
Yeah, it's
I think I nailed it.
The
definitely
Terror Shark.
a different Tachi. But how he makes it work is he comes off the Tachi and he hits you with both forearms.
Hmm?
And that forearms when you hit your hands into his forearms,
Ooh.
it immediately
Hard hand
blocks
setup.
your
Looks like Wade's
Tachi.
getting to try to get the better head
Yeah,
position.
okay.
Jared's not letting him get that
And
low
then
enough.
he just
Oh.
keeps a steady base while you're
Looks like
trying
that we
to
have yet
defend his
another
arms
sharp
almost.
victory for Jared Parham.
Yeah.
It's like you're on the back foot after he just defended. It's almost like the Hakuho forearm shiver,
Mm-hmm.
but a little bit different.
We're doing like we got
Yeah.
live stream.
Super interesting. Yeah.
But he is a strong dude. You wouldn't want to fight him and try to beat him.
Oh, he looks like an absolute monster. Goose and I were joking. He destroyed our buddy JJ's shoulder. So.
So, if I may speak on the subject of the Hakuho starting a new Sumo League.
Yeah, hop in.
So, Hakuho is starting a Sumo League for international competitors amateurly, but it is not going to rival the JSA. It is going to be a more kind of like the World Sumo, like that. And he is allowing female competitors so they can take it to the Olympic level. So it's definitely not anything like the Ozimo.
It was hard to tell who.
I did read his desire for the Olympic. This is the first I've heard about the female competitors, but I do love that. That's awesome. Yeah.
Gave it to Brent. I am not seeing a Mono Wee.
No, it's not gonna be like a Basho type deal. I'm pretty sure.
That was a
And
nice victory.
If the
so
judges don't
Yama,
catch it,
he
Yeah,
is
Yama.
having a
gotta
Yama
make
is
your
having
weights
a
more
meeting
decisive,
with
right?
Hakuho because Yama is going to be the U.S. representative of for the
I have no
clubs
idea.
I don't know.
in the U.S.
That could be huge. Yama, very well respected. His
Oh,
disciples are all over the place now. He's got,
they have to
I
fight
think,
each other
Honu
again?
Sumo down in San Diego has Yama's fingers in it. Justin Kizert comes from the Yama school, and obviously Yama himself is in St. Louis.
So whoever loses
I
this
mean,
match,
Yama got me into sumo.
the loser of this match
He came to
gets bronze.
Grand Rapids for a training camp. I was back in middle school, very
I should
skinny,
have taken more Sudafed.
and I saw him. That I saw him on Facebook that he was there, so I asked my dad to take me there, and he took me there, and I walked in. I met Gabe, and
No breathing
he
in sumo.
started. He asked me what my favorite sumo wrestler is, and we started talking on the subject of Hol Shoru and Asa Shoru, and he loves. I don't know if you know this, but Yama
Battle
loves
of the
Asa Shoru.
Raikins.
Yama loves Asa Shoru. So immediately he forgot. It's almost like he didn't care about how good my sumo is. He just liked the
Right,
fact that
Braden
I
comes
loved
in
his guys,
really a little bit
and he wanted
quicker
me to
than
try
Wade.
sumo.
Wade's trying to get in with a inside grip.
I've, ne-
He asked
We got
me
I've
a
to,
never
little bit
met
of
the
neck
guy, but he
offense
seems
going on.
awesome.
he asked me if I wanted to
Brent
try
trying to
it,
go for a slap down,
and
but
I
nope.
did, and I loved it.
Wade has that outside
But
right Watanabe victory.
and then he said, at the last words he said was "too skinny," and I want to see you later.
All right, bronze medal victory.
Love it.
For Brent.
That was
How
his last words.
what weight class are you fighting in nowadays?
Still lightweight.
I suppose because you said you're a high school wrestler, so you got to make weight. That's probably your sport that you actually do on a day to day, like high school wrestling.
Yeah, so I don't do wrestling. I will start doing wrestling a little bit, maybe
All right, Parham versus Wade.
next school year or something. But right
So
now,
we'll
I'm
see
currently
who
just doing
gets
sumo
the
wrestling.
gold medal.
Oh, cool. Okay. I
I
wasn't
kind
sure
of
if you were
shift.
having to lose weight to stay in a weight class or something.
No, never. Um, I don't believe in the concept of losing weight to stay in a weight class because you fight
Jared Parham in that
differently
lovely purple
than the other
watch,
guys in the weight class. And even if you're at the bottom of a weight class, you will
which is
fight like the
green and
guys
black.
in the upper weight class than the guys in the lower weight class.
Ben's wearing.
And I've also found that speedier guys are harder to beat than bigger guys, if that makes sense.
Goose,
I don't have one
yeah,
of those
Goose, do
either.
you concur? Would you rather?
I can
Yeah, I was like Goose loves fighting a fellow gorilla, hates
Oh,
fighting
that
a small man. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Parham versus Wade for the gold. Oh, comes in with that hardcore tachi. Tried to go in for that. Oh, there we go. Frontal crush out victory for Jared Parham. And it looks like gold medal in the light heavyweight division for Kurawashi Sumo Collective. Big boys are next.
Ah.
Oh, sumo is definitely a little bit different. Yeah, sumo.
Just do good basics, you know. Yeah, it is. We're trying to get him to, that's what we're trying to get him to work on and get better.
What is your weight class, by the way? Light heavy. Okay. So I can see where that would be a little bit harder because your next weight class is heavy, and then it gets to the the biggest boys in the sport, like Hayden and Jay in our country.
How do you feel after your first
Yeah.
tournament? Now that I have
You want to do a quick interview?
yeah, here.
Here.
Okay.
So how I look at it is light heavy are faster heavyweights, and middleweights are faster lightweights. I mean, are heavier lightweights. Lightweights are hard to beat for the fact that they will pull moves that you have never seen. Middleweights fight like light heavyweights, while heavyweight what am I trying to say? While light heavyweights try to fight like middleweights, they intersect in a way that you would think that going from light to middle is kind of around the similar stage, but it's very different.
I saw that. That was awesome. No, so y'all did that double Uchari kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
done
stuck
that
at lightweight until I bulk up because I'm still pretty small, but
The first one I was too nervous. Yeah, it's okay. He was too, I think. He was. I could tell. Because we barely hit.
yeah.
We hit each other.
Yeah.
I think he was just trying to be cautious, you know. He disappeared. Oh.
Okay, yeah.
He should be. He might just be peeing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Like, you're welcome. And I'm still waiting for my kind of growth spurt with quotes around that. So you never really know. I am Asian, so I might not get to a big weight or big stature, but yeah, statistically.
Oh, you know what? First of all, let's turn on them tigers.
Right.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Mongolians are the bigger Asians.
But hey, I mean, we're talking about Yama.
We're gonna just be doing audio only since I don't want to fuck with the cameras.
All right, if you want to do the video for the
JJ shocked me when he said he was, because when I see him on camera, he doesn't look like a big guy. When you see him on camera, you only see the top half. He doesn't seem like he'd be a huge guy. And then I saw him in the ring, and I was like, did they just Photoshop a body on him?
Have you won gold in open weight before?
And I was
my
like,
highest placing in open weight was silver in Houston last year.
I know for sure.
yeah.
Tough competition that day.
Yeah.
But, Jay Scriven beat me twice.
And also the statistic of longer faces usually indicate taller
Who would
men.
you say is your temple part?
JJ, his face shape struck me as smaller for some reason.
Strongest guy I fought in light heavyweight.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
Thomas, a scary dude. Rob isn't competing in the bracket. Looking forward.
For us today.
But what happened to JJ? Did he hurt his ankle or something? I heard.
Shoulder.
Moortown.
Let's see. Oh hell yeah!
Is that Buffalo Man that you're talking about?
Yeah.
That's also what I'm talking. That's also what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about. Kimboshi Radio. Is your name Rick?
Yeah, I'm Rick.
Alright, yeah. I don't know why I forgot about that.
No, man, you're
So, Brandon, he is a former powerlifter, kind of competitive still, but his build is rock solid. You try to hit him, it's like hitting a rock, a brick.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you hit shoulder to shoulder or chest to chest, or you try to hit him with your hands, he doesn't move an inch because he braces his core. He is telling me this. He braces his core, and he kind of just blocks your hit and stays low.
That's interesting because that reminds me of like Jay Scriven's Tachiai, where I feel like rather than crashing into his opponent, he's doing the same thing. Like he's applying force like as a counter to your own hit. So it is interesting. It's
Yeah, not JJ. Jay Scriven is a little bit different, I think. His Tachiai looks more like Kisano Sato. He was talking about in an interview how he just kind of relaxes his muscles and absorbs your hit and then works on it, which is a little bit different than bracing your core to hit strong.
Yeah.
That's why we see Jay Scriven sometimes pull back and go for a slap down, where you'll never see Brandon go for a slap down.
Yeah, interesting. And interesting, similar to the other discussion, like, I don't know, judo and sumo or whatever, but the bigger guy trying to use the redirection of sorts.
And that is a Yorikiri victory for Sol Vega, Raijin Sumo.
It all looks good.
Yeah.
Is Saul Dark Circle? Is he from Texas?
No, Saul is from Raijin.
Raijin, he's a North Carolina guy? Okay.
Yep. So I'm gonna get sidetracked again, but the Nagoya Basho.
Yeah, he's that hardcore guy.
The 20 of the past 21 Nagoya Basho have been won by Mongolians.
That's madness.
And the past 6 in a row have been won by Mongolians, including 2 years ago, Hoshoru. This is Hoshoru's tournament.
Thomas, big hard.
I'm calling it now, and if I'm wrong,
Eric was ready to go. Thomas a little bit late on the tachi. Eric's trying to get that good position. Thomas using his size to his advantage. Eric's jockeying for position. He's got a good outside right, trying to go in. Oh, he's got the double inside. Thomas has the double outside, but it looks like Eric is trying to work that double inside the best he can. It's on the edge of the Tuara. Oh, and that is going to be Thomas's victory.
Yeah, when you think about it, the only guy in this entire Banzuke that is better than Onosato is Hoshoru, which is why he is with Onosato at Yokozuna. Onosato is better than the field, but Hoshoru is better than him. And it's hard to surpass someone that's better than you, because when you think about it, the only time that Onosato has won a Yusho, the 4 times that Onosato's won a Yusho. First one, May 2024, he lost to Hoshoru on Hoshoru's birthday with a Chikatenage, but it looked like a Kakenage, which was beautiful. The highlight reel of May last year.
Oh.
And then so he lost to him in that Basho when he won the Yusho. Onosato's next Yusho was September, when Hoshoru was trying a different style, and Hoshoru just not great at Oshi compared to Onosato.
Is facing away from us, so it's kind of muffled. Will Ryder on the east side here is one of our Kurowashi guys.
Yeah. And then 13-2.
Oh, Will gets some stood up at the. Oh, damn.
And then the next Yusho Onosato won was March, when Hoshoru was absent.
Pushed out with Oshi style.
Next Yusho that Onosato won was this previous one, and he lost to Hoshoru on day 15. Onosato cannot beat Hoshoru's throws, Hoshoru's defense.
I've absorbed that Tachi from Will plenty of times. I could tell that rocks Cameron's world, though. Oh, this is going to be good. The youth champion, Gabe Tolentino, versus Higashira, Jared Parham.
Jared was just telling us he was a little bit nervous about going up against Gabe.
Oh, Jared, quick at the top.
Yeah, it's like no one lets. It's like, okay, this guy's gonna throw me. I'm gonna let that have the belt.
Oshidashi victory
No.
for Jared Parham. Oh, you okay, Gabe? All right, he's good. He's cool. right, Farhammer time.
Yeah, like you.
See, no one's cheering as hard for Jared. Like, you're just beating up little kids, Jared.
When you
But
when
that's
you
not a little
after
kid.
the
That is the
after I
youth
calm down
champion.
after getting so fired up after Hoshoro beat Onosato,
I'm so proud of you, Jared.
I saw
That
you
kid's
point
no
out
joke.
that his hips, when they were fully vertical standing up, Hoshoro's hips were like 5 inches shorter than
And
Onosato.
Corbin's ready. Corbin of Ohio.
That matters.
I think that's one of Hunter's
There was
Padawans. Saul from
Yeah.
Raijin Sumo, a veritable machine.
And then the other throw that Hoshoro's done
Ooh,
is when
Saul kept
Onosato's
in
tried to
the
get his
same
hips
kinda
as
high
low as
Tachi.
Hoshoro.
Corbin's ready.
And once you're that low and that
And
overextended,
that was Corbin's
Hoshoro just has
career
to kind of throw you off to the side. And Hoshoro tried Oshi on him too, which did
That
not
was
work.
unexpected. I thought Saul had that, but no, Corbin just rocked his world. I
But
noticed that Corbin used his entire body. It's very important.
I
to
will.
use
So
the
you,
entire body.
when you said you could
Not
join
just
the
your
stream
arms,
on.
not just
Oh,
your
sorry if
legs,
my
but your
audio is
whole
not
body.
very good today.
You're good,
But when I was offered to join the stream on day 15 of May, I just came back from a trip and I was like, I just want to see Hoshoro beat Onosato and then go to bed.
You too nervous? It's your boy.
Yeah, and I was like, I wasn't even nervous. I was just excited to see what he had for him, Onosato.
Yeah.
I knew Hoshoro was not gonna end this Basho 11-4 and let Wakataka Kage take a Jun Yusho. And he did it. And also Wakataka Kage, his Basho was incredible. 12-3. He almost beat Onosato. He got the push pull on Abi. He got push pulled on Abi. And he lost to Hoshoro on day 1.
Cham from Raijin with the
If he
Oshidashi.
didn't get, if he got that Onosato when he had him at the edge, and they were both going out, if he got
Cameron
that
versus
win,
Brandon.
I think we could have seen a
Cameron.
playoff.
This Black Dragon boy, he's pretty tough. And then there is the Buffalo Man, Rock City Sumo,
And I also think,
Detroit, Michigan.
and I also think that if Onosato lost to Wakataka Kage, and Hoshoro had an opening to tie him into the final days, he wouldn't have lost that Kirishima
Nice,
fight.
beautiful meat smack. Oh!
Ooh.
You can tell Cameron has all that brute force.
Yeah,
Buffalo Man,
kind of. He went 11-4 in January. March went 8-7. He lost with it. He was not doing well. He did his 6-9 in November last year, but then the January 11-4, this 10-5, I don't know what to say about him. Or 11-4 this last show.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, he
G-Condes.
it's like that saying, he's good on some basho, but he can't put two together to save his life.
Except in 2023.
Yep. I mean, he can't put 3 together to try to make an Ozeki right now.
Oh! He just got
Very good.
Black Dragon.
He might,
Good. Fundamental
but
Sumo.
Oh, you gotta do your thing.
yeah, when I think about it, he has made progression in the past tournaments.
Brandon Williams, Black Dragon Pit. Uh-oh.
But that scream,
Zach versus
yes.
William.
But that
Zach
screams
Sparkin had trained at,
Daisho,
Ono
and
Epea
Daisho's not
in
Ozeki.
Japan.
I feel like he needs to
Unfortunately, he
get
had
2 in a
big
row for me to
injury
call
that he
him
has since recovered
Ozeki.
from.
2 double digits in a row.
And I think this kid named Will on the right as well? Is that kid named Will?
He's Ozeki's
You guys
skill,
are-
he's Ozeki's strength, he's
This
just
new
not
kid named
Ozeki
Will on the
numbers
right?
at the moment.
So he's got some powerful legs.
Yeah.
Kid does not skip leg day.
When my buddy Phil and I did a little like data regression analysis, just numbers goblining, Kirishima hypothetically is in the last year of his prime right now. So, you know, I think that's where like it's like a diesel engine like sputtering at the very end of its life.
Going for a throw.
I did see that.
Oh, he manages to
Yeah.
get him over towards
Like,
the
I mean,
Sakura,
you know,
and-
take it with a grain of
Oh, she
salt
got
because who knows? But yeah.
And
It's
everyone was saying how young Kozakura is, when Hoshitoru and Onosato are both
AKA Sumo
1 and 2
Street,
years
if
younger
you
than
ever
him.
go on the social media.
Yeah, he's such an interesting case because I feel like his breakthrough came later. It's like recency bias. You've seen less of him, so you don't think of him. Whereas Hoshoryu's been around in the top division since he was 21, 22.
Yeah, he's
Sorry, I'm trying to deal with.
Hoshitoru's had that slow rise progression, keeps getting better and better, and finally it just came through for him. And one thing about Hoshitoru is since he went on his Yokozuna run, he's gotten 13-2, 12-3, 5-5-5 with an injury, and 12-3. That 12-3 after coming off that injury really kind of said, I am Yokozuna, not I'm kind of I slid in.
Thomas Harding versus Salve.
I mean, I think he's undeniably Yokozuna. Yeah, agreed. Like, he just looks... It's even just like... Even in boss shows where he slips up, he still looks great always. And so it's just a matter of time. I feel like 5-5-5 sucked because he clearly was already injured the week leading into the tournament. And so I don't know if 12-3 was shaking it off. Like, again, Nick and I were talking about it, but Hoshoryu's 12-3, like, feels more disappointing than it was because he lost 2 matches in the first 4 days. And if you just ignore that, he was like every bit as good as Onosato the rest of the entire basho.
I mean, when you think about it, Hoshoru, if he didn't have that Kirishima loss, he would have won 11 straight matches in a row. So he won 10, not straight matches, but he won 10 matches at the end after those 2 losses. And he just lost to Kirishima. But that, to me, just shows how determined he is to kind of put that to rest.
It is always just interesting that, and with that, like... I don't know. Yeah, the Kirishima one's interesting because, like Goose says, when the Mongolians, when they fight each other, I'm always curious. Like, have you guys been fighting each other since you were 10, like in bulk or something? And
oh yeah, Hoshitoru and Kirishima go way back.
I know I'm not sure.
Right,
Really? In Japan? Like, I don't know when they both moved here because Kirishima's a little older than him, so
yeah,
I wasn't sure if he moved first.
Hoshitoru was elementary school, Kirishima was middle school,
Okay.
and they fought each other because Hoshitoru was so advanced.
There you go. Okay.
So theoretically, Hoshitoru has always kind of been on Kirishima's butt.
He trained in Aikido in Austin for a few years before. I think he moved to Virginia, moved out of state. Recently came back to Texas. And decided
so
to train
Kirishima
sumo again.
and Hoshitoru been going at it forever, basically. And then Kirishima,
Yeah.
obviously older, so he got to join Pro Sumo earlier.
Corbin Meyer looking like he is
And ever since that happened, Hoshitoru's just wanted to beat the guy and race him to Yokozuna.
I don't know. I know. I'm trying to see if Kirishima all time. Yeah, Hoshoryu has a winning record, just barely over Kirishima all time, 11-10. It's pretty much just like what Wakataka Kage has a winning record against Hoshoryu, but that's because of their like early matches, like 2022, 2023.
I mean, when you think about it, oh sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. I was just saying Oho's the other guy that I can see off the top of my head here who has a winning record against him.
Hoshitoru?
Yeah, Oho. But a lot of that came early on. Like Hoshoryu's won 3 of the last 4 against Oho. So
yeah, Hoshitoru he overextended with Oshi trying to beat him so bad. You could see the intensity that he just wanted to beat him so badly that he slipped trying to aggress into him.
Tough dude, man. That was
Yeah.
brutal.
And then Avi out of another false start, but no one cared because Hoshorter lost. And yeah, I don't know. Avi just
I love it. Throwing the shade. Do it.
Avi,
It's just
man,
as fun
the guy
to say
just
Brandon Brzezinski as it is to say Buffalo Man.
I
Yeah.
he's the only one that defines that your arms are not the same as your
Eastern European
height.
surnames.
Like Hoshorter is taller than Avi, but Avi's arms are significantly longer than Hoshorter's. And if I'm wrong, I don't know.
Ooh,
I'll,
Brandon. Woo. He got them Victor Wanyama the wingspan.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Brandon switching over to amateur sumo. Brandon's looking really sharp this tournament. He got second. He got
Yeah,
second.
you go.
He got second in open weight, and he got a couple. But the one thing that's interesting for me is Brandon's having a hard time beating Jared. And
Yeah,
Jared,
Parnam. What's his last name? Starts with a P. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
he's got a blue Mawashi or something like that. He's got a purple Mawashi, something like that.
Yeah.
And I
He's
don't
another
understand it.
Cameron comes in quick.
I don't. All I know is Jared's good. This is the first time I've seen Jared actually fighting. I've heard his name before, and I know he was at nationals and did pretty good. But like, yeah, I don't know. He just looks good. I was looking him up. I found like a Rivals.com article. I think he was a like a D1 level college outside linebacker recruit. So another guy like Goose and I were talking about seems to have come from a football background, but interesting linebacker. Did you guys ever watch when Micah Parsons went to train with Wakataka Kage and Wakamoto Haru?
Yes.
Yeah, like.
Oh, Gabe was up.
Gotcha.
Quick, got right underneath Thomas. Oh.
Yeah,
Big boys.
Hoshorter's arms are not the same length as Avi's. I'm just gonna say that.
Gabe Pelletino.
And Hoshorter can't even reach Avi when Avi puts his arms out, and he's fully extending. Like, how does this work?
Darth Corbin channeling the power of the dark side versus Zach Sparkman.
I believe it.
Sumo.
Did you see you seen Kung Fu Hustle, the Toad?
I think this is a good match. This Corbin versus I'm not sure who this is, but I think this is a good match. So I'm gonna watch this again.
Is one of these your boys? Is
Corbin
on the right or
is
left?
Corbin is in the right on the right
Yeah.
with the stick hairdo.
Huh?
He is in Indiana, which is like a couple hours away from me.
With a nice, beautiful touch. Zach stood up.
Good touch, good touch. Oh no, he got turned. Oh no.
It's just a lot of weight to move.
He almost had it though.
Better angles, better form, but Zach had the.
Yeah, Corbin. I've done teams with him a lot lately, and it's just fun.
Dude, just if you guys, I don't know if this means anything to you guys or Goose in particular. I don't know if this means anything to you, but I knew who Jared Parham was. Dude was an outside linebacker for Mizzou, like a Division I SEC college football team. He's a monster. I have no idea how this guy, and I mean he's in his 30s now, but like how he ended up in sumo after what could have been a path to the NFL, but I feel like I now understand why his Tachi eye is so good.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but you know the guy that just won, the guy in the gray shorts?
Yeah.
That is little Gabe. Not by comparison of weight, and he is 16.
Oh, no way, that guy on the left is 16?
Or 17, no, 17. He's like 1 or 2, he's like almost my age. And he and I fight a lot, and I'm lightweight.
Yeah.
The part hammerhead shark versus
I can't believe
he is
that guy.
brick to move. You see him against a heavyweight.
Yeah. I'll keep an eye out for him, but I feel like this is the matchup I've been waiting for. Here we go. This is the
Yep.
Buffalo Man and Jared.
And Gabe, the guy that I was just talking about, is now going to Worlds for the second consecutive year.
Nice. Is he juniors? Because
He's
obviously
junior.
under 18, right?
He's junior heavyweight.
Cool.
Goes
Goes for the Nodowa.
Looks like he got a little bit
Jared
of
went for the belt, but then it
tap
looks
there.
like, I don't know if that's some Otsuke from Brandon to block him out.
Brzezinski's trying to get the Kibadoshi.
Oh no, he went for the throw. Good throw defense.
Power hammer with the Oshidashi victory.
I was just saying about Gabe because he got 6 sideburns if you see him in a picture.
Love it.
And he reminds me of Takamiyama with the sideburns.
Nice.
He's gonna be the new sideburns in Ozumo.
Ooh,
I love it.
I already got a signature on a card that I
Tennessee
made.
hometown showdown. We got the Zach Sparkman, the sumo strength,
Oh yep, we're seeing him against Zach Sparkman
versus
now.
the youth champion, Gabe Tolentino.
That's crazy. He's a monster. You tell me that kid is 17.
He's 17 and he's 365.
Man. And Goose and I were talking before about there's certain big guys that you can tell there's muscle under there and certain guys that are just big. And I feel like he's a unit, man.
I mean,
Ooh, Gabe got in there.
yes.
I love that. Getting his...
Gabe's training is just
Gotcha. Yeah.
coming into handy. He just got right under there.
That was, you guys were talking about Aonishiki earlier. That was like the clinical, just like 45 degrees, rest your face on his chest and just move forward and out he goes.
Yep.
Okay, so that kid's another Grand Rapids guy. Buffalo
No,
Man
that
is
kid's
Detroit.
not.
He's not?
He's not in Grand Rapids. I just know him from
Alright,
Tennessee
Buffalo
because
Man
I go down there a
is
lot for
ritualistically
tournaments
wiped
and
down.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
All the sweat off.
Antioch, Tennessee has a big youth
whoever
sumo
loses
culture for some
this
reason,
match
right?
gets
Yep,
the
and he
bronze
was the
medal.
one that started it.
What's the story with that? Give me. I've heard of that. I don't know why. Like Antioch, Tennessee, of all, but what?
There was a news story on Gabe Tolentino, the guy that we were talking about, the guy that's on the screen right now. And his club leader, Nate, is also a teacher at the school.
Oh, okay. So he just started that at his school. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, so they just started a big youth organization at the school.
Yeah.
And I went down there.
I want to see how.
And I went down
That's
there
awesome, man.
I went down there for a tournament to fight the. I'll stop talking for a second.
Looks like Gabe got right under Buffalo Man. Buffalo Man trying to get a good belt position. He's got Gabe against the
Oh, but
Tawara.
Buffalo Man's so strong. Woo!
Yes. Yeah, Buffalo
Buffalo
Man
Man
is just a
stampeded
brick.
the
He
youth
bricks
competitor.
your Tachi and just stays steady. That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about.
It's interesting. It's interesting though. I feel like I could see what you were talking about, where he tries to lead with his arms rather than his chest or his head and break
Yeah.
his opponent's charge. I guess.
Yep.
Uncertain if it really worked that time, but obviously it didn't matter in the end. He
Yeah,
still
Buffalo
won.
Man won the
yeah.
match. But
So Gabe.
Gabe
So I
is
went
the
down
one
for a
that
tournament
got
to fight the youths in that Antioch. I go there, find out that Nate just told a bunch of his students to go there, and no one showed up.
Oh.
So I did like a round robin 15 matches. I did like a 15 match round robin with Gabe Tolentino, that guy that we just saw.
Yeah. That's a brutal 20 minutes.
Have you?
Oh, was this double elimination?
Yes.
Okay, must have been. That's why your boy and Brandon were fighting. That makes sense.
So yeah, Gabe, I think got eliminated.
Yeah.
So now it's
I
up to
think this
Brandon.
should be the.
Oh, looks like we got a
Are we heavyweights right now? Because I'm confused. Because like Goose was saying, they're allowed to enter multiple weight classes.
Oh yeah,
so,
we're in
like,
heavyweight. Jared
Buffalo Man
and
This is
gotta
heavy.
get his Mawashi adjusted.
Okay. Oh
Jared
yeah,
and
Saul. So
Brandon.
it has to be heavy. Yeah.
Jared and Brandon both dominated in the weight classes, so they went up too.
Yeah, all right.
That's what I was gonna say.
Man,
That's
so
crazy
just-
because both those guys are light heavies, right? Brandon's a light heavy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point, Goose. If Saul is there and that other behemoth we saw.
All right. There it is.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Everybody just nods. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, looks like Buffalo Man was going
Oh.
to Kibidashi. Oh, Parhammer got him.
Ooh.
That looked more like Yori Kiri victory for Parham. Uh-oh. Is there a Mono-E to add further?
Huh?
They're going to add further to the suspense.
Oh, so rather than like a leverage point, it's literally about creating space? Yeah.
Brandon definitely stepped out first.
Yep. And again, they say a belly literally defends your belt. At least a deep grip, not a shallow one.
Also, big belly equals more impressive Matsuwari. Because you have to. Because your belly, you don't have to bend over as much to touch your belly to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Naosh, very suspenseful gold medal
Oh.
match.
It's like Yamu was showing me how to touch my belly to the ground, and he just went down 2 centimeters and his belly was on the ground.
I love both of these boys. The Buffalo Man, the Parhammer. Ooh, another good, beautiful Tachi. They're using strength, technique. Oh,
That's what I'm saying. Like it's so shocking to me to watch him in what 50% of the wrestlers out there, if they took Tachi eyes the way Brandon takes them, they would just lose off the hit.
All right. Gold medal.
As a monster.
Silver medal winner.
Maybe one day our beloved unit. Yeah,
And
agreed.
bronze medal winner Gabe.
So what club do you train out of, Rick?
And I don't actually even do sumo. The nearest club to me is Ohio Sumo in Dayton, which is about 4 hours away.
Ohio in Ohio or Ohio in Indiana?
Ohio in Ohio. There's an Ohio, yeah, because there's a Bloomington, Ohio, but they're another 45 minutes or so from me.
Yeah,
on
there's
top
an
of the 4
Ohio
hour.
in Ohio, and there's an Ohio in Indiana.
Yep. There used to be 4 of them. So I'm in Kentucky, and there used to be an Ohio Sumo in Georgetown, Kentucky, Bloomington, Indiana, Cincinnati, Ohio, and Dayton, Ohio. But they're down to just the 2 clubs now.
Nice. So you might be in November, around the early November, mid-November, they had the Midwest Open.
Where are they doing it?
In Bloomington.
Bloomington. Yeah, I mean, I would drive up for a weekend for sure.
Yeah, that sounds like the closest tournament that you'd be able to go to.
That's Hunter's Club, right? Isn't he the leader of
Yeah.
Ohio Bloomington? Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah?
What is? Well, sounds like a place you need to move, Goose. I think we should pivot now and just talk. No, nothing but American geography lessons for Goose from now on. Australian geography much easier. Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth. Done. Wait, Tasmania matters too, because there was a cartoon about that guy.
He did really good. I think he got
Okay, so are we moving to open weight now?
Yeah, this is open weight.
Hunter realizes how much he
Sweet.
looks like Tom Cruise.
Oh, Texas, Queensland.
So yeah, you know Ben who won lightweight? This was a while ago.
Yeah.
He's in this class, and he did really well. So
And then, you know,
I think you watched the compilation on the YouTube channel. Actually,
Sprawled and I saw him go for the watch.
I can like see who watches the videos for some reason and who likes them.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a yeah. My I control the YouTube and social media.
That button, and it's still. I love this.
100%.
Yeah, it's hard to get youth to interest in sumo, not just to do it, but to actually dive into everything about it and the culture around it, and that's where you really find the true beauty of it, and you don't really respect it until you figure out what it's all about.
Oh, Sam got that one.
Yeah.
I mean, Sam is the Midwest Oshi man. Sam, yeah, he was the guy. He went 12-3 at overtime. Remember the Oshi? Haha.
Yeah.
He's in the club right next to ours in Chicago, like about 2 hours away.
Oh, Jam comes in quick.
Troy,
Trying to figure out what to do.
the smaller guy in this
Circle
match,
back in.
gave Edibor his only loss in lightweight
Jam had already
because he's
stepped
squirrely like that.
Yeah.
Gotta watch where your feet
Yeah.
are going.
Troy of Ohio Sumo. All right.
Hey, Rick. Why don't we invite
Edibor,
those people here?
he does not like losing.
We would let you and Bubs ride with us.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that.
losing is
This just
learning.
gets driven. I believe that was Derek, right? Derek.
Losing is learning, and that's what has been instilled into me. If you cry over a loss, you're really just missing the opportunity to learn.
North Alabama Sumo.
That's all it is to it.
Thomas won middleweight for the Gingers.
Ginger versus Ginger.
Jackson
Classic growth
Spry.
mindset stuff.
Come Gingers.
Ginger versus Ginger.
Jackson Spry. Oh, tries to get like a lower tachi.
That was interesting. Then he goes for a Kotenage. He goes for a Squinage, but his legs touchdown, his knees touchdown.
Was that Oshi to Oshi? Thomas of Raijin Sumo, the victor.
I'd love to get Yoshiro Morita's job.
Yeah, it's like Carnival Carnage.
Yeah, man.
Commentating.
Nice. If you say so.
Oh, there's our guy. There's the guy.
Hey, it's up, boy.
Looks like
The
Ben
only
will win.
the only funny thing about Hero is I don't know that like he makes any money doing the sumo stuff. Like do you know his day job is he's a news anchor for
All right, Bumpy Lee
NHK.
versus Zachary Spark.
Yeah, that's how you get into broadcasting and
Right.
entertainment.
All right, Zach.
Yeah. No, I just think it's funny. So I have a background in public television, and I just think it's
Alright,
funny
Bumpy
how
is,
even in other countries how
right
little
in
money
Sumo.
there is in it.
Zach
Like they do other
versus- oh.
stuff. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, I
I
know
mean,
any yeah.
I thought it was
if
Bumpy
I get to
versus
go
Zach,
hang
but
out
it's
with
Bumpy
Shorter,
versus
I'm
Sam.
never gonna need
Must have
money.
misunderstood.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
It's like
Wait, is it?
I go sleep on the park
Wait, I
bench.
think it's
I go sleep on a park bench outside of his stable if I have to.
Wait, what's going on?
I think there was a bit of confusion on the bracket. We're trying to figure out who it was. And I thought it said Bumpy versus Zach Sparkman.
Yeah.
I thought you were a
Oh, Zach
walkie-talkie
Fisher.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Sam couldn't hear. He thought they said Sam. They said Zach.
And then when I saw his rise all the way from Maegashira to Yokozuna, it was just beautiful.
Bubby said his favorite sumo wrestler is Nabatame. He likes his chill vibe.
Oh, a little bit of a cautious
Very
touchy eye by
soft
Bumpy.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't blame him though, because Zach is just gonna yeet you out of there.
One thing that's interesting about Hoshorter is he's had his worst boss shows that we've counted are like 6-9s. He doesn't fully like blow out and get like a 4-11 or anything like that. He's never done that in his whole career.
Usually he's injured for those bad performances.
Yeah, like his 5-5-5 and stuff
Eric
like
the
that.
Black Dragon versus
Yeah.
Will.
Well, even like 6 and 9 and stuff. There's oh god, what was it? November of 2022 or whatever when he came back on like a high ankle sprain and just like
Will tries to come in
fought
with
the
a
last
shot
3
jab.
days,
Eric
lost
gets
them
him out of the
all,
way.
but like
Oh,
still
drives
would
out
just
Will.
like, well, I'm gonna finish the
Glory
tournament.
Fury victory for Eric.
Yeah. Like something to understand is that Hoshorter's worst tournament he's ever had. Wait, what? He's never gotten a 6-9.
Oh.
His worst performance Hoshorter's ever had is 7-8.
He's a monster.
For some reason, when you look at guys like Hakuho, when you look at guys like Terunofuji,
Like soft
you
baki.
will see at the beginning of their stages they got 4-11s, they got really bad performances, they had to rebuild. Hoshorter was never really
I think they
struggled
said
at
it
all.
was
He just kind of
He's
took
on,
things slowly
we'll have that.
up the ranks.
All right, you're Sol Vega.
So he never, in a
Oh, Sol
sense,
comes
had
in
to
low,
step
grabs
back
the
like a
belt,
Tommy
and drives
Fuji
him
did
out.
all the way
Glory
back.
Fury
He
victory for Sol
just
Vega.
steadily moved up.
Yeah, but I don't. Oh, are you? Nice. Who are you most excited to see? Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Brandon Rudzinski gets up and
Did you see that
Yeah.
Brandon
Yeah,
win?
as always, from Brandon.
textbook. All right. Oh, we see the return of Brent from Raijin.
So is that so? Again, I'm biased because I'm American, but my favorite's the Indy 500. But you're a Le Mans guy.
So there's a Thomas Harding and a
Yeah.
Thomas Griffin. I think this is the Griff.
I mean,
I've noticed that
Oh, yeah.
Brent seems a bit more
the
of a
cool thing
grappler.
about
He's
Le
kinda got, like,
Mans
a little
is
bit of
that
judo that I've seen in
it
there.
feels
Thomas
like
definitely
you're
the,
still watching
poster style.
racing in 1913. You're like, this is the kind of stupid stuff people did when they
Ooh,
first
Brent
got
tries to get up and
cars.
under. Thomas going for the slap down. Brent's trying to jockey for position. Thomas using him out of distance with Subaru,
Exactly.
and Thomas is the winner. Oh, Shidashi victory for Thomas.
I mean, the Le Mans going in a circle around Italy that many times
Colin
for
versus
24
William.
hours straight.
Colin, Black Dragon
It's like
Bea,
almost an
Corbin
endurance battle.
from Ohio, Sumo, Indiana. Ooh, look at it. Channeling that power. Oh, Corbin has a beautiful tachi. Colin had a little bit lower tachi. They're jockeying for position.
Yep.
Taki trying to get out of the way.
It's like you in a race, if you mess up one time in the garage, you can still make that up. If you mess up 20 times in the garage, you can be the fastest car and still lose.
You can hear Hardiman very excitedly cheering on.
And it's so fascinating to see how they measure everything and how they do things at the pit. I love watching the pit more than the race, honestly.
Wade and Caden.
I remember in what was the bot show, March, day 15, when Osato won his U show. You just started talking. It was all Amon talk because Takayasu lost and we didn't get to celebrate. It was just all Amon talk.
You got to pivot.
Oh, Wade got that one.
Damn, just needed him.
Yeah, locked up that arm at the notes and just drove him out.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is brutal, man. Especially, although I guess even more so for JJ. Although at least he doesn't have to do a lot of the heavy lifting organizing the stream. But yeah. Yeah, it's his new job? He's like super slammed these days? Gotcha. Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Wait, what happened?
2 a.m. and then go to work.
Did they say someone was pooping?
2 a.m. Oh yeah, so is JJ around Grand Rapids area? 2 a.m.
Well, he's Canadian. He's on Mountain Time, I think. I don't
Oh,
know if
yeah,
Canada
'cause
uses the same time zone as us, but yeah.
He lives like just above us.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Someone
Or-
had poop. Bro, like
That's what I do. That's what I do just for school.
Yeah.
George ended. George Fair.
This is Evan fighting
George Fair
the
is-
guy
Oh, she
that
got you
was
victory.
celebrating a lot when Ben won.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness, time.
The skinny guy, the tall guy,
Blonde dude.
blonde dude. Yeah, he had a color dehydration from his hair as a bet.
I know. We've been,
He used to have
we've
dark
been
brown
doing-
hair.
I pee like every now and again.
What?
And that's it. Otherwise, we're
Oh, I
debating.
fight him daily basis every sumo practice.
Yes, my mom would.
Which one?
He
We also
he's
have
pretty good.
rabbits.
I keep getting him with leg picks because he's so tall. Or I'll get him
I know
with
you want the sumo
or I'll
nuts
get him
for
with a
me,
pull
that's
down
fine.
because he's so overextended. But because it takes a lot of work to get that low when he's that tall.
Joseph
So
Fielder comes in and
advertently
gets
he
that,
can't lower his
right
hips too much and he has to
outside
extend
say,
over, and then I just
There we
driven
go.
out.
take advantage.
Is that a Raijin guy? That's a Raijin guy.
But
Those Raijin guys are just tough. Brandy.
yeah, the Mohawk man.
Randy Bo Bandy.
Oh, he got me.
Brandifers. So, who do you
I mean, that's a good reason to do
I
it.
was yawning.
I'm so sorry I missed the name for the
I can't hear when I'm yawning.
so we got Maverick though, Great Plains Sumo, Kurawashi goes straight for the belt.
I mean, if you got a job as a trucker, you could just go
Maverick
across
goes
the
straight for
country and
belt,
do
gets
sumo
the
tournaments.
Oh, pushed out.
Like versus
Yoshidashi victory for Black Dragon Bea.
every single club in the whole United States, and then go to nationals and beat everyone because you know their skill.
But It's over the course of like some months, so like every other month.
Kurowashi versus
Oh, Kurowashi versus Kurowashi. Here we go.
We're actually Ben and Evan are starting a Big Rapids sumo club.
Gotta reset.
Because they live about an hour
I'm
north
trying
of
to get
us.
my camera.
Is that just a different town in Michigan? I don't know, Big Rapids.
Oh yeah, it's a smaller, it's a town less known than Grand Rapids, but it kind of splits off of Grand Rapids northward. And so we have a new Big Rapids Sumo Club YouTube channel,
Michael
BR
Kiram
Sumo,
versus
not GR
Maverick.
Sumo.
Nice.
Michael Kiram,
Yeah, yeah.
Crashing Wave Sumo.
Hey, you were
Maverick
talking
Thompson,
about
Great
Yama
Wave Sumo,
earlier too.
and
Do you
has
know
trained
anything about
Kurowashi.
Show Me Sumo, his new club down there, or if he's got
I do.
any followers? Oh, you do? Oh, tell me something. I'm curious.
It's and I've been talking a lot, so I want to steal the show from you guys.
No, man, you're giving us some insight on the ground with the Amazumo.
But the Yama's Show Me Sumo is down in Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri.
That was Mav's victory.
His whole sumo
like it
club
might
is
be
based on
a-
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu
Looks
guys
like-
and kids.
Yep. Monoi.
Right, I
it's-
knew he was
there's
practicing
Moe.
out of a BJJ gym because that's basically
Yeah.
who he and his
it
wife
looked like- I
found to
couldn't tell
partner
if
with them.
Mav stepped
And
out
it's kind of
first
interesting
before
because
Michael went
BJJ,
out, or
they're
what had
very
happened.
defensive, so they're sometimes they just kind of
But I
stalemate and look
couldn't
at
tell.
kind of put their arms out and
See what the
stalemate.
video looked like.
It just doesn't feel like sumo.
Ah, okay.
I think- let's
It
see
feels a
what
little bit more like wrestling, kind of collar tie-ish, and then trying to go for something. But
happens. No, give it to Michael.
to me, I think
Yeah.
Yama needs to
I think
put
Mav
that
might have
spark
stepped
of
out whenever he
aggression
got
into
that
those
throw
guys.
Depends what they want to do too. That's tough because I do know Justin Kizzert mentioned. I think his last name is New, Chad New. Do you know who I'm talking about, Gus?
Yeah, I know,
Is
Chad.
it you know Chad? Okay, because he
Yeah.
was a BJJ guy. I think
That's
Justin
very true. And
went to his
you know, Maverick
BJJ
doing
gym and
sumo
like gave a
less than
talk
month, or,
on
less than a year, not
how
even,
you can
like,
use
6
sumo
months.
skills in your jujitsu to be better at it. And then Chad was like, "Oh no, this sumo sounds better," and like basically Justin stole him over to sumo. I wonder if Yama, with Justin being his former student, get Justin in there with some of his guys.
Right.
Yeah.
In the Ohio
I-
versus Ohio.
that'd
Oh,
be
man,
pretty cool.
teamwork.
Yeah, no, I'm just like talking because I'd love to see that club be successful. I think it's also kind of cool how geographically close to the center of America they were. So if like, I don't know, if Yama could grow that and make St. Louis some kind of a hotbed that people could, because it's not that hard to come up from Texas, which is a sumo hotbed, to St. Louis. Not that hard to get over from Chicago, obviously, or from Michigan. California guys and the Florida guys would probably struggle regardless, but still.
Yeah.
All right. Hammerhead Shark versus Tiger.
It's like Jared's ready.
Yeah.
Sam's got to get in his position. No, he needs a second.
Mhm.
He's got reset.
I think this match is gonna be good.
Oh, there we go.
Well, this is your
Here
boy
he goes
Gabe,
for the
yeah.
head. Sam was,
No, that's,
almost
Sam.
a slippy Itoshi there.
Supari.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
she
he
got
just
victory.
got inside
Jared
and
Parker.
his Supari. It's like Daiyesho. Once you grab the belt,
Victories.
they it's almost
Sure.
like they flare their arms and try to keep pushing, but it's not pushing.
Jared goes for the head. Sam was going for the neck. Oh, almost a
Huh?
slip.
Yeah.
Yes.
A slippy Itoshi
Yeah.
That's hilarious though because
Toshidashi victory.
Jared, yeah, I'm sure Jared's the one guy you said was doing the drill right, Goose.
Those decisive victories. You really don't want to give them a reason to question whether or not you won. You want your victories to
Yeah.
be decisive.
Right, because at that point, I guess if anything, you're simulating a shoulder blast or something, like
This
which
is
you're
what I
not.
wanted to see here.
You want to interview them?
So we got Thomas from Raijin versus the lightweight gold medalist
Yeah.
Ben of Grand Rapids Sumo.
This is Ben.
Yeah, he was our lightweight winner.
Yeah, this is our guy.
Oh, Ben goes low. Thomas Supari's him out. They're clashing. Oh, lots of Boshigan. Oh, it looks like.
Ooh.
Oh, I think that was Ben's victory.
Love his Tachi Eye. I love a
I
Tachi Eye
definitely-
with reckless abandon.
Yes. he said he told me afterward that his favorite. So when he joined our club, his friend kind of tricked him into saying that he was a Kozakura fan in front of me.
Huh.
And so, because I wasn't a big fan of Kodo at the time, because he was versing my guy for the Yokozuna rope.
Sparkman versus Wilka.
And he officially now switched over, because he doesn't even like his sumo anymore, to Wakitakakage. And Ben said, I want to be as aggressive and as fast as Wakitakakage. I'm going to do it at the tournament, and I'm going to win. And it worked for some reason.
All right, there we go. Sparkman versus Wilka.
Alright, I'm gonna.
Zach
I
Sparkman,
praise
Tennessee Sumo,
Wakitakakage
or
for his
Wilka.
success at this
Black belt
Sakura
man.
Cup.
Oh,
Oh.
Zach got that swim
Also, did you
in.
guys see that Wakitakakage did Shiko at the IG Arena?
Sumo strength.
Yeah, and then he grabbed the flower from a pretty Asian girl for some reason, lady.
All right, we got Saul Vega versus Buffalo Man. This is going to be a good one.
And I thought when I saw that picture of him grabbing the flower from
Saul Vega from right.
the Asian lady with the white dress on, I was like, did he get married? Let's
Oh, no.
check it out.
What up, Corey? Who's the other guy there, Goose?
Looks like someone
can't
needs to
tell.
step out of the sun for a second.
Does look a little brutal.
Even if you're not doing anything, work with her. It would be really nice. I don't mind doing
It looks like it looks like it's hot over there.
I think it's a little easier for girls listening to girls. For
sure.
For sure. We've done that.
I guess.
I mean, I was worried personally, so I'm glad you gave us a quick checkup on him.
The Buffalo Man, Rock City Sumo.
Oh, here we go.
Michigan.
Oh, I can't wait. No context though. Just in fact, you should have the monkeys as like a rolling commentator tab.
Okay, guys, I have to do it.
Ooh, nice touch
Oh.
by Brandon. Brandon got up in there.
God, are you kidding me?
See,
Brandon
that's
just
why it
going
was so
through
important
Saul
to
of
get
all
low
people.
and to get
Monster.
under your guy.
His Tacha is just incredibly strong.
Ooh, nice touch by
You see that arm defense kind of block though, where he did.
Yeah. Yes.
Brandon. Brandon
Right. Yeah.
got up
And it's fair enough, yeah, because like
there.
my first thought is like I see Saul's hand on Brandon's belt, but like you're saying, it's worthless because his arms are so high. He can't do anything with his biceps with any of his real strength, right? Like it's just a grip that means nothing. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Right, yeah.
The Supari.
Hands in positioning, man. Sumo is like,
I'll try to get in
man,
there.
there's so much depth to it. You just keep digging and there's always more there.
I'll try to get in there. Thomas is
Yeah, Thomas.
and thrusting to his victory.
I love watching that good coaching style, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Thomas is really strong. His Tacha is he comes out with Supari, but he doesn't put his head in almost like Onosato, and he just pulls through people.
I think Thomas is probably one of the best practitioners of Oshi's
But
Oh yeah, like especially
in the U.S.
George Ferris and versus Wade. June, hey, Wade.
Is this the Black Dragon Sumo guy?
I don't think so. But this is Wade
No Nirvana.
on the left from Raijin.
Please.
Cool.
Oh, they were going for a little bit of a cautious Tachi there. Oh, tried to go for the slap down.
Oh.
Oh,
George turned it
Skidashi.
into an Oshidashi victory.
Oshidashi has Skidashi.
Your thing. There you go.
Skidashi is where you hit with two hands. No, Oshidashi is where you hit with two hands at the same time. Skidashi is where you go one hand, then two hand like a windmill slap.
Yeah, hold on. Why
Yeah,
is
same.
And then the Skiatoshi, which is very different, is thrust down.
I wanted you to turn them off while I went to OP. No, they were still on.
Oh, well, damn. I
Yeah,
thought I
you
clicked
must
the
have
thing.
double-clicked it.
But also keep in mind that if you have one hand on the belt and you're pushing with another hand, it's not Oshidashi, it's Yorikiri, because you have one contact with the belt for some reason.
Oh,
Yeah.
Turn them off so that people could hear.
oh, that was brutal.
Oh, that's a Suinage.
Randy.
What? That's not a Mono-E. It's...
Brutal.
I know, it was clear. It was clear and decisive.
Oh.
I just turned them off so that people could
It was
hear.
like kind of close, but not even close. Forearm hits, and then the other guy hits. Yeah. If they call it like a Tornoshi or something, that's not fair.
Ran different. Caden, C-A-Y.
I mean, if you want to stretch his legs, maybe so. This is Eben again.
Comes in going for the pushes and the thrust right off the Tachi. Jockeying for position. Try to get that right.
Oh, this is the one
outside.
where
What's he
Evan
gonna do
steps
with it?
out inadvertently.
Oh. He's got that left outside, right inside. Oh,
Nah,
he got
tough.
him.
Fumidashi.
Caden's
Ah.
victory. Another one for the Ohoians.
We talked about that with Evan.
When I was
That
like,
you,
when
if
I
you're
was, like,
going
19 and I
to
dated
try to
this girl
save,
named
try to
Layla,
push
I
off
was
the
convinced that
Tawater,
people from Ohio
you
were
don't
really aliens
step
from
and
the
try to
planet
get it.
Oho.
You slide into the Tawater and then you push.
I've lived in Ohio, and I can confirm that.
Makes sense. Just
Like you
like
squat.
that was
simple
Yeah.
things
victory
that
for Planet
you wouldn't
Oho.
think of unless someone told you to think of it, I
So does
guess.
that mean Oho
And you could
doesn't,
see how you could
freaking
see
know
Shodai.
Sumo
Shodai. I don't.
is like the leader
I
of
think
the
Shodai
Ohoians
needs to be more
on
aggressive,
Planet
but that's
Oho?
my personal
You
opinion.
know?
Shodai, when he's going backwards and he braces
Fielder
on the
versus
Tawater,
Michael
he
Pierre.
doesn't
Michael Pierre
step.
crashed
He
away Sumo on the
slides
left.
into the
Joseph
Tawater and
Fielder,
they
I think he
hits
is
the
from,
slap down.
I think they're Kingdom Sumo. Trains with Robert Formayono. Joseph Fielder
Oof.
got a nice throw there.
And personally, I think Shodai, if he lowered his hips and used those double insides, he could be Yokozuna. He just chooses
That's
not
gonna be
to
a good
win.
one.
Oho is
We got
pressure.
Darth
He
Corbin
gets the pressure gets to him.
versus Brent
I
Scott Moxie. Brent
Oho
Scott
is
likes
not
freaking.
better than Hoshoru.
He's got fighting
Oho
spirit. He's
is
got technique. He is a dark horse
tactically
competitor.
able
I've been
to
really enjoying watching
outsmart
Brent Sumo.
Hoshoru.
Corbin ready to channel the dark side of the force.
So what I see it is, this is Corbin, so I want to watch this match.
Oh, Corbin up at the touch. Really quick. Got a Notsuke going. Looks like, Brent's inside right was trying to work for him. Oh, Brent's inside right
Okay.
worked for him.
So, Hoshoru is, so, Oho is, I don't even know how to put it. Let's put it this way. Oho, the times that Oho has beaten
And I still
Hoshoru
haven't heard. Okay,
have all been
you're right. I still
slapdowns
haven't
or
heard his
just
name.
crushing him when he was way back in the early times.
I think it's that Tennessee accent.
Hoshoru,
I'm from
when
Oklahoma, so I'm not used to the
he's
Tennessee
in a
accent.
better position, and when he does a good sumo, doesn't get too aggressive in the grudge matches,
Similar, don't they?
he wins. Oho gets in Hoshoru's head,
Try to go in for
which
that touch
technically
shot. Got his
means
head rocked.
Oho is better than Hoshoru.
He was doing so good.
But Oho's
That's what I love
sumo is
about
not
sumo.
better than Hoshoru's
All the love
sumo.
in sumo.
Yes.
Because of the rank difference and also
Justin
because of
Gillespie.
Oho's style,
Head
which
busted
is,
Justin.
I'm going to hit you, but then once you hit me, I'm going to slap you down instead of just trying to bull through someone.
But we'll go with head busted.
Yeah.
I think Oho could be so much better if he didn't rush the matches and actually just stayed low, kept pushing
All right,
forward,
Temple versus Bumpy
and
Boogie.
getting those victories
Temple, Court
instead of
Washington,
trying to
Click,
pull back to the
Bumpy,
slap
Raijin,
downs.
Sumo, North Carolina.
I know, Bumpy's got that mustache power.
And the slap
Bumpy does
downs
have
just
mustache
work on
power.
Hoshoryu because Hoshoryu likes to put everything into a bout. But if you're going off of who has the edge in a Hoshoryu versus Oho
Ooh,
match,
Temple came in fast.
it is Oho.
Oshi styled him. Oshidashi victory for Temple Park. Court Washington,
And I will not
North
deny that Oho has Hoshoryu, knows how to beat Hoshoryu. But at the same time, Oho Sumo is just lacking in this
All right.
one sense of almost lack of confidence. But that's my opinion. So yeah. It'd be in July, so no school, so yeah. Yep.
Oh, tries to get low on Cham.
Yeah,
Cham's
I
not
think
having it. Oh, trying to get the throw. Oh, Cham got him out.
the Basho starts a week in July, so yeah, yep, that'd be good.
Okay, the other kid was Brandon.
Okay.
Not Brandon, but Brandon.
July?
Arrows versus Cameron.
No, that's the Banzuke is June 30th.
Arrows has so much fighting spirit. Running in there in a fight. Arrows has so much fighting spirit.
I mean, if
Running in there in a
anything
fight.
forgets, I can
Cameron.
just hop on the Discord and
He's okay.
yeah.
Cameron's tough. Cameron's brutal. But Arrows is tough. Arrows
But
has heart. Arrows has fighting
what do you think about
That was Cameron's
Tommy Fuji?
victory. And it
So
looks
young.
like we got here Ohio versus Ohio.
A lot of people are saying, "Oh, we got Okachi Koshi got 8-7. That's pretty good." The last time he was this low with the Banzuke, he got 2 back-to-back 11-4s. He should not be getting an 8-7 down with Nishikigi and Shonanyomi and Ryuden.
We've got the UK for the chat.
Yeah, I did too.
That was Troy's.
And then what happened?
Eric Hughes.
The arthritis can't just be it, because
Joseph Fielder, Kansas City. Sam Rodriguez, Chicago.
does arthritis? I'm not very educated in arthritis. Does arthritis come on and off at certain times?
All right, so I'm going to try to talk
I
over the
cracked my sternum.
a certain band that killed Napster is playing on the other side of the venue.
So you know, Gabe,
Sam
a
come up,
little
he's got
Gabe,
that-
his brother
Kachiage.
Nico,
Oh.
around the same size.
Woo!
I went for
He did
a
little bit of a
Uchari,
crane there.
and he crushed
That was
me.
good.
And you see how that went? Yeah,
Sakura Tiger.
I went for the Wakamoto Hotter, and it did not work.
She's not about the nipples make.
Yeah, when you're fighting injured, you. That's the weird thing, though. When I fight injured in if it's in a tournament where I just got injured in a match before, I will not pull out the tournament. I will keep doing the tournament until the tournament's over, and then assess the damage. Yeah,
Wait,
I
did I say
mean,
that wrong? I might have said that wrong. If I did,
you exactly.
So Justin Gillespie on the east, Eric Wilka on the west.
You're in Sydney, Australia? Risen. Oh, okay.
Gillespie versus Wilka. Oh, Wilka comes up low.
Ooh.
Gillespie's going in.
Oh.
Oh, but it looks like Wilka's staying lower, able to turn it around. And Yorikiri victory for Eric Wilka.
Oh, where is that?
Springy Tachi.
Huh?
He had a nice springy Tachi.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. That's what everyone should be aspiring for sure.
It's great, unless
All right, Jackson Spry versus Colin of Black Dragon Bay. All right, Alabama.
are they
versus Georgia.
possibly in Melbourne, Florida, instead of Melbourne, Australia? So no, they're definitely in Australia.
Ooh, Jackson gets up under, going for that. Oh!
How's his recovery coming, Goose?
Goose.
Looks like we got.
Is the guy on YouTube that's like 143 kilograms and does that huge long jump? Is that guy in Australia?
That's Caleb, yeah.
Sorry, nobody can hear the music.
Okay, yeah.
Temple versus
Okay.
Gaul.
So is he going to Worlds?
Yeah, that's all. Better call.
Is he
Saul.
going to Worlds this year?
Oh,
Okay.
Nice.
Guy from Temple.
Did you compete at Oceanics?
Oh.
Nice.
Looked like that was Temple's. It was a battle of a centripetal force. Huzuchari was going to win in the end, and it was Temps.
I mean, they
Goose
put
is
the
like-
roller town. They put the roller town. Yeah. I mean, they put the roller town like a week out from nationals, and that was brutal for us, you Americans.
Cham versus what did they say that guy's name is?
Cham
Eric.
versus Wade.
I would be very interested too.
Wham bam Cham.
I don't know if any Grand Rapids guys were there. I know Brandon was there. Not a ton of Midwest guys. Some of the Chicago guys were there. Long story short, I'm like, would you carpool and drive down there? Because flying's always expensive. But
Oh, I mean, it's an 18-hour, 19-hour car ride without traffic.
Yeah.
So
I'm a degenerate. I used to drive back from Kentucky to North Dakota back and forth for 18-hour hauls. So I might just have an unhealthy idea of what a reasonable car trip is.
yeah, so that would be more of a 2-day car trip, but
there he goes.
Yeah.
we would probably be able to carpool, but I would just probably go with my dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and fly or something. Oh, or yeah.
Or drive. No, I would actually be driving to get. I would be driving because I would have my license.
Sure.
But I probably would still go with an adult.
So Black Dragon versus Black Dragon. These Georgia boys are tough.
Yeah.
Plus, tag team driving is a lot easier than solo driving.
Yeah.
Oh, Cameron gets up a little high, but he gets a grip. Oh. It looked like a little bit of some Scottish backhold technique there for a second.
That's what it looked like to me too. He had that grip, you know.
Yeah, that was a good victory for Cameron. But yeah, that looked like a Scottish backhold maneuver. That was really cool.
I used to just crush those like Starbucks energy drink things, and I'm like, nah, it's just a cup of coffee. What are you talking about?
Right.
400 milligrams of caffeine.
Ben versus Zachary Sparkman, sumo strength himself.
Coffee has 90 milligrams caffeine, right? Or 150? I'm not sure about that.
No, you're right. A normal cup of coffee has 90 milligrams, and those like canned Starbucks things are like 400 or 500.
Yeah.
Oh, Ben gets low with that Tachi, trying to stay into the face.
Oh yeah, this is
of
Ben
Zach
trying to
Zach Sparkman using Supari.
fight that Zach Sparkman, but
Oshidashi victory for Zach Sparkman.
What we've been telling him is you can't go Oshi with that big of a guy because it's just not gonna work.
Oshi.
Yeah. I mean,
Yep.
only if his balance is truly. Yeah.
But good effort.
Jared versus Derek.
He's only his first loss, so he still has more matches to go.
All right, Par Hammer time versus Derek Nelson.
What do you guys think? So, like, in Amazumo, weight classes ultimately I think are a good thing, but we've talked before, Goose, about how, like, open weight is kind of what you want to see because that's sort of the truest form of sumo. But I don't know. Does one detract from the other? Like, I guess I'm thinking about it more this time because, like, Jared, I feel like is fighting in his fourth weight
Jared
class
goes in,
here.
grabs Derek by the upper body, and
So how I look at it is lightweight never gets enough attraction for what it should.
Mhm.
So I do
Buffalo
believe
Man
that
versus Thomas
open
G.
weight, like the roller town, I think that is the best solution for that.
Look at me.
Where the fun, because the best matches are when big dudes collide, little dudes collide, and when both collide, and it makes it have a more intense feel because you're waiting for the match, and if a small guy's versing a little guy, it's just so much more fun than just having everyone in the same weight class face each other.
Man, it was Buffalo Man's victory. I like my Thomas G.
I wish we had a drone.
I know, right?
I wish we had a drone to just fly
Yeah, the Sumo Punks drone to just circle the dojo. I mean, let's steal WWE's drone and like reprogram it for evil. Uh-oh, Matt's got separated. Right. Quick break.
There's been so much brutal sumo action that the dojo is physically falling apart now. So we're going to take a moment to fix that. And then we'll get right back to the action.
Back to more earth splitting action.
So would you rather... Yeah.
Yeah.
My understand, like, my whatever, not competing, but from like a sports background, my bigger thing is like boxing, and your height point from Muay Thai was interesting just because, like, in boxing, a lot of times that's a bigger concern of shifting between weight distances. Sometimes, like, if you're a short dude, you can't even reach your opponent if he just fights you off with his jab. But, like, I don't know. Would you rather see sumo in a situation where, like Amazumo, where it wasn't using weight classes and just did open weight?
So I think I like the seeding, which is where the best guys will face the best guys. In the less competitive the less strong guys, I guess, will face the less strong guys. Like in pro sumo, it's not like a Jonakuchi guy is gonna face Hoshori. It's not like that in pro sumo. I feel like we shouldn't have a guy doing his first tournament as lightweight versus Hayden in the first match, because there's no way he's gonna win. But I do want to see Edibor, who's a lightweight but the best one in the country, face off against Hayden, one of the best heavyweights in the country, because we know they can stand a chance against each other.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have the best face each other, not just random fights. But at the same time, they shouldn't just all be lightweights and first lightweight.
Oh, it's like Randy tries to get in low on George. George isn't letting him have it. George is keeping him at him. Oh, distance.
Yes.
Yeah.
Suzuki Otoshi win for George Ferris.
Yeah.
I love to see the best Mongolians versus the best Japanese. because I know it could be a next Onosato versus Hoshoru match. Like you got like
Yeah.
All right, we got
Yeah.
Thomas, Raijin Sumo, Eric Wilka, Black
Right.
Dragon.
Right. I know. I don't know. It's like I don't know how to feel about it because, like, with international sumo, obviously, I feel like weight classes are the way to go when you're talking about worlds and stuff like that. I just like, I don't know. Sometimes I struggle because I feel like it takes away from what's so cool about sumo, like what we're talking about.
Oh,
But
Eric kind of got.
um,
Oh, dang.
I don't know. I do think there's
That was
merit to it. So,
Thomas's. Eric had a
and
little bit
even
high on
Grand
the
Rapids, you
touchdown.
were talking
Thomas
about
stayed
like
right underneath them.
at
Good
least
stuff.
lightweights fighting lightweights does give them a chance to shine because when lightweights fight lightweights, it's a whole different
Damn
sport
Raijin
than
boys.
what
From all
sumo
the guys
often
that I've
is.
seen today, I really think that the Raijin guys
I
have really
think
been showing
the
out.
interest. I think
Of course, the homegrown Tennessee.
to your point, how you
Yeah.
said Midori Fuji would be
The
Yokozuna.
homegrown
I
Tennessee. Not to shake a stick at.
am not quite sure because Haruma Fuji was the smallest guy in the division at the time, and he was Yokozuna. So I think there are some guys that are better, that are smaller but better than some of the guys that we think are better and smaller. Some guys are just better at fighting lightweights than other guys, and some guys are better at fighting heavyweights than other guys. Because fighting a lightweight is very different from fighting a heavyweight. Heavyweights are slower, sometimes they're less agile.
What's the Supari Tiger gonna do?
So someone can have trouble fighting a lightweight,
Oh, Sam goes
and
straight for
have
the head.
easier time
Does one
fighting
body.
a
Oh, almost gets
heavyweight.
the
If that makes
Kuradashi.
sense.
Oh, Kuradashi victory for Sam Rodriguez. Wait, Sam Rodriguez the third? There's three of them? Three Supari Tigers?
Yes, there are three Sam
Right.
Rodriguez the third.
Like
Yeah.
Kage
Right.
Bunshin no Jutsu.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
how does Enho face off against Midori Fuji? How
We got a
does
temp.
Asakoru, how does Waka Ikari face off against each other?
It's like, I have an army. We have a temple.
I don't know. My head is still spinning right now because Goose said something that's just true and blew my mind. So I had to go look up the stats, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah, Midori Fuji is light heavy. If he fought internationally, he would have to be a light
Temple
heavy.
got
Oh my
right up
god,
under him.
like
Oh,
the
he
smallest
looked
guy
like he
you
was
can
trying to
think of is actually a
pick up
giant.
Oh! That was good.
Monster.
Oh man, even though that was my guy, I
Yeah,
still got
right.
him
Because
up.
he never,
That was
and it's the same thing.
awesome.
We've joked before, whatever. Whenever you see like
Damn.
some of the like random Japanese talk shows, will bring sumo wrestlers on,
I
and when
mean,
you
that was
see
a
like
funny guy.
Wakataka Kage on one of those talk shows, and you're like, oh right, he's bigger than a grizzly bear. Never
Alright,
mind.
Cham
I thought he
versus
was
Cameron.
small.
Cham with Raijin Sumo.
What is his name? Cameron?
Yeah, Cameron from
Cam
Black
versus
Dragon.
Cam.
The Cham Cam Jam.
I mean, a gorilla weighs
Jam,
350
Cham
pounds on
versus
average.
Cam.
Jam.
Slam Jam.
And
We got the
some
stats,
gorillas,
baby.
Oh,
some gorillas are
Cham came
smaller
in
than
low.
others, and some gorillas are bigger
It's
than
like
others.
Cameron-
So you
oh.
could say Hoshoru and Wakatakage are as big as a gorilla.
Was that inside?
Yeah, I love
Good
it.
sportsmanship. We love to see the good sportsmanship.
Do I think they could beat him in a sumo match? I would have to see. I really do want to see gorilla sumo.
Seriously, these Black Dragon boys have been looking really good all day.
Just train a gorilla to do sumo, and then bring a monkey on and call him Tobizaru, and then see if you can leg kick him.
Goose, I believe it's the appropriate time to flash the monkeys back on screen.
Yes, it is the appropriate time. We are.
All right, Thomas G.
Oh,
Oh, they are
there
wild.
go. Look at them all, man. It's beautiful.
Look at me, I'm Thomas.
I like how the guys are just hanging around the monkeys.
Just
I'm
having a
never gonna be
ball.
able to get that out of my head.
Like the monkeys are around them. They're not even in the enclosure.
That Thomas versus Thomas
Just
action.
hanging out.
Oh.
Brutal Tachi.
Oh.
Brutal Tachi.
Oh. They gave that to Thomas G. Oh man, that was brutal. Thomas G. Man. See, you just can't, you know, some of these hometown heroes, man. That's why I like.
For most. Oh, you got some bison.
Like, yeah. I mean, that sounds like Takedo Fuji's Taka. I don't know shit about you guys, but
Head to head, the challenger more than holds his own.
Like going to sumo tournaments all over the place. You'll
That's
run into
fair, yeah.
guys that
Right.
maybe
We
not are
lose
able
an
to travel
entire
a lot,
Amazumo
but
stream because of 14
whenever you
seconds
see
of
them
bison
fight,
hitting
you're
each
just like,
other.
oh damn.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see Daieisho versus
I really
Takedo
wish,
Fuji?
you
That was
know,
basically
US
what that
Sumo had
was demonstrating.
more infrastructure to, you know, take care of some traveling expenses. Like we would have so many just amazing tournaments all over the place.
Hidodumi is very
lightning quick
interesting
Tachi, yeah.
Together like
because
Yeah.
Hidodumi, he
a
has
little
lightning
group
quick,
for
but he goes for a belt
women
grip
sumo to help
on
put
bigger
some
guys instead of trying to
together,
like get into the armpits.
Women's sumo
maybe do
definitely
like
needs.
ride sharing for tournaments.
I mean,
It's
it
like,
works for him,
there
but
need to be more
it's
women
very
competing.
unusual.
Everybody.
Oh, Randy comes in low. Sam's going for the head as usual. Oh, and there goes Sam's throw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Supari Tiger has done it again.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. As like your opener is your heavyweights, but then you know, if you have a crowd, you're like, but don't leave because open
All right,
weight is what
Collins
you're
E
really here for,
versus
and that's at the
Ben.
end. But then your heavies basically get to rest. Yeah, I kind of like that.
Ben's ready.
Oh yeah, here's Ben again.
Is he
Ben
fighting
goes for
Temple?
the
Is that who
head.
that is?
Hitaki
No.
Komi victory for Ben.
Colin.
Okay.
Oh, Ben goes for the head. Hitaki Komi victory for Ben. Grand Rapids
Why
Sumo.
more people don't use the Hitaki Komi?
Oh, I've been seeing a whole lot of Hitaki Komi like here recently.
Yeah, here recently, but
I think it's just kind of like a thing where people are like, why don't you just do a slap down? Why don't you do a slap down? And I think like the dialogue in US Sumo just kind of shifted to slap down.
What? No. What happened
Maybe
to
more
Botas?
people are trying to get their green belt because you got to be able to demonstrate a Hitaki Komi for your green belt.
that is true.
Hey. Okay.
But man, I used to never see it, and there were so many good opportunities for
Oh,
it.
Cam comes in. Looks like Derek's a little bit lower. Oh, recovered his position.
That's
Derek's kinda
so
got
good.
sideways.
I love it.
Cameron gets him down. Cameron, Black Dragon Via.
I was like,
I didn't. Whoa. The penalty follows the driver, not the car.
Dog in the bathtub. The bathtub.
That's pretty funny.
Rub-a-dub-dub. Sorry.
I guess that makes sense. The
Versus
driver
Zachary
committed the
Sparkman,
infraction.
Genesis
If it was a penalty for like failing spec or whatever, it would be on the car. But yeah,
Yama was very impressed with Jared's performance
Huh.
today.
I hope it happens. Also, just because I'm not a huge Lance Stroll fan. You're starting in F3.
Oh, Jared comes in low.
Nice.
Looks like Zach. Oh, Zach didn't have time to recover. Jared came in.
Good.
So it's always very important to stay as low as possible. Being a bear. Being a bear.
There's Buffalo Man.
Here we go.
All right, it's gonna be good. We got a Buffalo Man versus a George Ferris.
To Back in Black.
Yeah, it was. Being a bear.
So I heard the story apparently because I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Gr, but Yama gave him the nickname because he thought he looked like a character in an anime that Yama likes, whose name is Buffalo Man.
Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Has him at the edge of the Tawara. Brandon circling back in. Oh, George Ferris.
Yeah, you see that character?
Oh wait, was that Brandon's victory?
That was an interesting call.
Oh.
You want to go back frame by
we'll
frame, see what?
Edge of the Tawara. Brandon circling back.
Oh yeah.
Oh, George Ferris's
Yep.
victory. Oh wait, was that Brandon's victory? I thought that was George's. Has him at the edge of the Tawara.
What did they start? Yeah, I think Packy, the ref, just got it wrong.
Circling back in.
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out whose victory it was.
You didn't see him step out, so that'll be a reversal. Got you, guy.
All right, George Ferris's victory. Cameras and
Yep.
my eyeballs and the dishes are pooping or something.
That was obviously Sam versus Thomas.
No, because that was when I got my green belt. I had to demonstrate Hitake Komi too. Because I got my green belt at Roller Town, not Roller Town, freaking console.
Yeah, I gotta bounce in a bit. So.
So yeah, I did demonstrate Hitake Komi for my.
Yeah, I think so.
Test. Oh, the Supari guys are Suparing each other. Oh, look at all that. Oh, they've got a little bit of grappling in there.
Yeah.
Sam's got Thomas a little bit. Oh, nope. Looks like they recovered.
Oh, good match.
Yeah. Yep.
Victory for Thomas G. Beating you up with Supari.
That was awesome.
I don't think you guys did the Basho review yet, right?
Harry takes to the face and he just didn't even care.
Juice and JJ, I don't think they've done theirs. Yeah.
No.
That's one of the reasons why whenever, but my pre-bout ritual thing is I always slap myself in the face.
I wonder if I wonder if
Ryuden
Ryuden will get saved from going back to Jurio because he's part of the Onosato.
Oh, Ben is in there.
Oh,
That's
nice
an
move by
interesting
Ben.
thought.
Ben's victory, massive, explosive victory. Look at that guy.
I'm trying to find.
That guy
I did
right
the
there.
like random numbers math
He
on
should
it
be living
once
up
a
in
little while ago.
chopping wood, not doing
Maybe
Wonder if Ryuden was down or up.
How do you know he's doing sumo with bears?
You know, maybe
Ryuden mathematically is out of the
He's
division,
up in the
but
mountains.
just wrestling
because
he
he's
lives in,
part of
Michigan, so he's like in the forest.
Onosato's
fighting Wolverine.
Yeah.
Ichimon, or I don't know what it's called. He
Oh
might
my
get
God,
saved.
It really does kind of look like
It was interesting though because
Sumo.
this time there were not
Oh my God.
enough good Jurio wrestlers necessarily to come up, so I think a lot of guys are gonna get saved who should have gone down.
I mean, there's
But
one.
I'm with
Looks
There's
you. I
one,
don't think
two,
Ryuden's.
1, 2, 3, 4, 4 guys that can go up, maybe 5.
Yeah, I think I remember there being 6 guys who hypothetically could have gone down, something like that.
3, 4, 5.
Because
6.
I think Nishikigi, Ryuden, Shonan Naomi, Amashoho.
Oh, Tochi Taikai.
Yeah, all 5 of those guys are probably down.
Oh, looks like Thomas going for
But
that.
then if we only put 4
Zach
up,
not
we can save
trying to let him get
Ryuden.
any,
Yeah,
Zach
yeah, you
coming
could.
forward, Thomas jumping out of the way.
And then it's just a question of if you
swinging him
want
back around.
to put
driving forward.
Koto Shoho and Koto
Thomas
Eiho,
dropped
the
in
brothers,
position.
both
He's
at
got that bit
M17, and
inside
see
right.
what that looks like.
Zach's got it outside left.
Yeah.
Trying to go for it inside right. Thomas keeping
And
that
then,
belt
but
away
if we
from
put
Zach's
Koto
right
Eiho up, we would have to put Ryuden down, and
Zach
I'm not
going for the
sure how
throw.
that's
Thomas
going to work with
resisting and driving
Onosato
in.
picking him.
Oh!
Because the only reason why he didn't,
Gets Thomas down.
what's his name?
So good
Onosato
punch
didn't
victory
pick,
for Zach Reese.
Shirokuma is because he's in Jurio. But he wouldn't have picked Ryuden if he was in Jurio. So, I'm not sure if they're gonna save Rudin. Rudin's currently not in Jurio, but he wouldn't be able to join Omisato if he was in Jurio.
Ben and Buffalo
They would have-
Man. Ben's ready. Buffalo Man has been born ready.
This should be a good match.
Oh, Ben goes right for the face. Buffalo Man doesn't care. Buffalo Man's trying to get that double inside. Oh! Ben looked like he was going for a Staizori. Buffalo Man just
Was he going for the Ipponzoi?
Yep, this guy's already the Ura Taoshi.
Buffalo Man's victory.
Oh man.
Not seeing a Monoi, so is it? Nope, there's a Monoi. Wait, is it Monoi or are they fixing the mats? Oh, they're fixing the mats. Never
Yeah, they got it right.
All right. The Par Hammer versus the George Ferris.
Jared versus
I don't know who
someone.
this guy is, but he's been good. Yeah.
Got a pretty big tail on his back.
Let's go.
The
I'm not as
Mawashi has the Mawashi has apparently seen some damage here.
Yeah, it's gotten very worn.
Comes in low.
That's a fast Tachi from Jared too.
Jared
This
just
Jared got him and all the way in
Yeah.
the crowd.
blasts through him.
I don't.
He's running.
Jared wasn't at Rollertown though, right?
Nope.
I love
He's
hearing that.
Texan.
Uruwashi.
He lives in Denton.
Yes, the person who won this bout was from Uruwashi.
Wonder why.
To make it, maybe.
Yeah,
Just
maybe
like,
just has a
I mean,
job doing something.
No, Buffalo Man's up again, so this is gonna be a good match. What's going on with the mats?
Oh, I hear GNR now. We are them people that you find.
No.
Something to me. If you got some money, honey, we got your
don't have to
disease
sing
in the
along.
jungle. Welcome to the jungle. But
There's
I
one
heard
more
my
Buffalo Man for the road.
Knees. Sorry, that was bad. All right, Buffalo Man versus Zachary Sparkman. Buffalo Man is ready. Oh, low at the touch. Yeah, he comes in trying to lift up Zach. Zach knows those tricks. Zach has got him turned around. That looked like a,
Wait, what? No, that's
like
Buffalo
a
Man's
timber.
win. What are you talking about?
Monoi.
What?
Hard to tell. That looked
What?
like a.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Sparkman hit down first.
That was kind of hard to tell. That looked like a like a timber. Oh,
That is
Monoi,
Sparkman's.
several
That is
Monois. We'll see what
Brandon's win.
Yeah. Hunter's calling for it. It looks like they're already.
I think
Go for like an Uchari and just kind of fell backwards.
inadvertent collapse, but I could be wrong.
Let's see what they call it.
That's what they say.
Yep.
The Monoi, it is Buffalo.
Give him to the right man.
Buffalo
All right.
Man.
All right.
And there's other
And-
animals.
The deer have joined the party. Yeah. Well, you as well. Thanks, Goose.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you